Hey now! What's up, everybody? It's unlisted, but I gotta change that. It's not unlisted. Real-time production here happening on the fly, in real time, making it happen. Hang on, should not be unlisted, should be public. Okay, song time. That'll be right back, I promise. Super fast. Super fast style. No one's complaining. Here we go. WPIG 1651 coming at you here. Lemtex, former Ka-Ching of the Ring. Now he will be a competitor coming at you this year. You better watch out. Lemtex coming at you. WPIG 1651.
Hello? Welcome out to the radio.
Hey, what's up, man? It's DNC.
Oh, Lord. Here we go.
It's Friday night and my girl is late. These guys don't like me cause I'm the king of hate. I'm on edge and I'm about to cream. I can't wait to hear her fuck on the live stream.
So what the hell's going on with Angela tonight, man? You gonna get her on the radio?
Well, we're going to try to call her in an hour, but...
Fucking clock calm down, man. Fuck.
Now she's here and I'm feeling tense. I get nervous around this feminine influence. Gotta wow her, gotta prove my worth. I bet she'd fuck me if she knew my girth. Shit, I fucked up. Can I put it tacitly? Didn't know what's up. Size my dick up placidly. Desperate times. Call for desperate measures. I hope my thickness is sufficient to give her pleasure. Angela, you're the girl for me. My girl is 6 inches, and I've got the receipt.
Oh, wait. Hold on. Colt just said that I have to be erect to measure my girth. I wasn't erect. Hold on.
No! This cannot be real.
Now I'm engorged, searching Google to be sure. What's the average
Middle of size.
girth girls are looking for? Desperate times, call for desperate measures. Just making sickness with the quickness. I never felt better. Angela, I hope it's not the end. To be quite honest, it's just pixels, my friend.
He's asking you if you want to have sex with me.
Oh, wow.
Obviously, no one else has taken serious measurements, but just for the record, I'm white, so if these guys are black, they should be bigger than me. What? Why is this so quiet?
Lemtex in the house. What a true king. Just so you guys know, I'm white, so I want to make that clear as well. I just want to let you know I am also white. So just keep that in mind when you're doing your sides comparisons, okay? Why is it so quiet? Big ups to Lemtex. What a king. Okay, so a few things to get to before we start. The slideshow has not started here, but nonetheless, we got some silly stuff here. So the slideshow has started, actually. Great. There we go. So last night, if you can remember... I said that in the wrong order, but here we go. I'm still getting set up here, and I'm trying to talk while setting up, which means it doesn't work well. All right, so if you don't know, we have a new question game now, and it's called...
You're a moron. So's your mother.
It is Judge Judy questions, okay? And last night, we got our first one. So I got that queued up here. Let's listen to the first question we've ever gotten on the Judge Judy style questions. Get out of here.
You're a moron. So's your mother.
Okay. Here we go. So it is right here. Last night, Yakuza.
Did I ever read the newspaper? Of course, when I was younger. When I was younger.
So he said, did I ever read the newspaper? Now, the question here is, that literally it. Did you read the paper? Now, he changed it to, did you read the newspaper? So I will obviously still count that. I mean, that's too close. The meaning's the same. So let's count that. Our first one is done. Did you read the paper? So here we go. Here's our gavel. And we can put it to mark the ones we already did. There we go. Did you read the paper is done. But he goes off on one here, I'm told. So let's get to that. Get out of here, Judy. Here we go.
every Sunday morning, my dad and I would walk to the local corner store. I can't remember what it was called. Oh, I remember now. News Plus, it was called.
Okay.
And News Plus, we would get the newspaper. Sometimes we would get milk, or if we needed something else for the week, and I would play an arcade game. And it started off with games like Wonder Boy, or what was it, Pigskin Football or something like that. It was the one where it was like violent, and the guys would like attack each other. I think they looked like Vikings. And Ninja Gaiden, they had Ninja Gaiden 1. And then later on, they had a few others. And that was my first introduction to arcade machines.
That's how you know Philip's older than me, because I've never heard of that game at all. Pigskin Football, and they're like attacking people? I mean...
video games. I had never seen them before then. And then we come home, and we would read the paper. I would always want to read some of the comics, and if there's any interesting stories, usually I would look at like movie times and stuff like that.
I kind of want to see it.
Because back then, it wasn't on the internet, so either...
Hold on, here. It is true. Look at this. It looks kind of cool, actually. Check this out. Pigskin Football.
Let's go!
I've never seen this. Oh, there's a pond. Ah, I think this is a spiritual predecessor to NFL Blitz. Oh, anyways, not part of the story, but interesting. Go ahead.
They had to call into the theater and listen to the automated line, which took forever, or they would actually post movie times in the newspaper for your local theater. That's how you would know what movies were playing when.
I do remember that too. I was too young though, but people told me about it. Is that it?
How do I explain my chocolate cravings? Why am I a chocoholic? I don't know. When I was a kid, like any kid.
This question was asked very specifically because remember last night he said if you don't eat something, you don't crave it anymore. So this person's trying to get him to catch him in some hypocrisy here. So here we go.
I explain
this
my
is last
chocolate
night,
cravings.
Yes.
Why am I?
This is last night. It's not today. Last night.
I'm a chocoholic. I don't know. When I was a kid, like any kid, I had all kinds of stuff: lollipops, hard candies, chewy candies, sour candies, cakes, cookies, everything. For some reason, I just liked the chocolate more. I just had a chocolate attraction, and I thought it was more delicious than everything else.
Oh, that was described strangely. I had a chocolate attraction. Let's get it on, yeah. Chocolate attraction.
We also have the teaser trailer for Elena. There's no information in there about the character.
All right, anyways, he didn't hit the goal yesterday. So let's get to the end here. And you go Q&A for a long time. Let's hear how he copes at the end here. Spicy shrimp, barbecue shrimp, sweet shrimp, lollipops, caramels, Maltesers, Three Musketeers.
Hours of research to figure out when we were wrong. I just wanted to play a game today, and I got to play it.
Okay.
That was my experience being a console gamer as long as I was. Sitting here and just saying, hey, my PS4 turns on, my PS5 turns on, my Xbox turns on, my Switch or Wii U or whatever turns on, and I could just stream for you guys.
Mm-hmm.
And there was never an issue. There were no technical issues the whole time. That's something to be said,
That is something to be said. Something to be said.
All
No,
right,
it's okay.
everyone.
I don't need this shirt. No, I do not need this shirt. Would not think about wearing it. Don't send it.
Say thanks for chilling with me here today. I'm going to sign off. It was a great night, regardless of the fact that we didn't hit the goal. We don't have to hit it every stream. We don't. And I outright told you guys I was expecting that this was going to happen tonight. I knew we were going to get a lot of viewers for this.
Shoot.
It's all good. I had a great time with all of you. Chilling. Fun was, everything was had. We beat the game I would need.
Chilling, everything was had.
I had a great time with all of you. Chilling. Fun was, everything was had.
What? Chilling, fun, everything was had.
We beat the... It's all good. I had a
What's
great
up?
time with all of you. Chilling. Fun was, everything was had. We beat the game I needed to beat. We had a good time just
I've never heard that.
relaxing. Thanks a lot. And thank you for 15 awesome years on DSP Gaming. Thank you for propelling me to getting partnered on Kick. All of this is incredibly helpful and meaningful, and I can't wait for another 15, if not more. All right, guys?
Another 15, if not more? You know how old you're being 15 more years, right, man? Holy shit. You understand how old you be?
Thank you so much. See you soon. Okay. Folks, that is it. Very briefly, here's what we're doing tomorrow. Tomorrow is my final consecutive streaming day of the week. The first stream tomorrow
here's
will
what
be
we
a
can look
Chill Level
forward
1
to.
podcast where we're going to watch this Nintendo Direct of Mario Kart World. It's about 15 minutes, so we'll probably watch the entirety of it, and I'll react to it and give you my opinions on what we see.
Great.
Then it's more Blueprints, which has been a great playthrough, and I'm really enjoying the game and actually liking it more and more the more that I play. So Blueprints on the first stream. Tomorrow night will be Smart Guys returning. All right.
Boo-hoo.
Third and final special guest host. It's the big WrestleMania build-up show where we're going to talk about each night at WrestleMania and each match, how those came about, what were the plot lines, what we thought about those plot lines, how it built up, who we think is going to win the matches, etc. It's going to be a great, great show. Don't miss it. You're going to be very, very interested in this mystery guest, to say the least. But
Something to do with Nintendo Direct would be good, because I did see the Nintendo Direct this morning myself. So what? I'm trying to think of what we could do a poll about, though.
that's tomorrow. All right, guys? For tonight, thank you all. You were a great crowd. I really enjoyed just relaxing with all of you. And I hope to see you tomorrow for my final fun day of the week. All right, guys? Thanks. Peace out. Have a good night. I'll see you all in the AM. Good night.
Good night. All right, so he didn't hit the goal there, obviously. What was the other thing? We could see if there's a... I know he was begging incredibly all night. What are his thoughts on the game, I wonder?
Well, how about Naomi and Moana? The girls. Would you believe them?
Okay.
Hey, everyone. How about we have a discussion about President Trump's tariffs right now? That'd be a perfect ending to the game, don't you think? What is going on?
It's silly ending to the game?
Okay.
I gotcha.
Look at that.
Okay.
Oh, my God.
This doesn't catch my attention, but okay. Yakuza does do silly stuff. I mean, I know that for sure. All right, DSP's talking a lot in his fucking chat, so let's go. Good morning, all. Looking forward to the Mario Kart Direct. I stayed away from all spoilers on the game. Oh, yeah, you're going to be blown away. I just hope getting the Switch 2 is possible. Probably not in the first wave. Someone said still missing hobos or dogs. Had to stop using it because the beats get claimed on YouTube and demonetizes my entire stream. Keep in mind, I used the song over a decade. Okay. Switch 2 is going to be scalped to all hell because of their pre-order scheme. Since Switch 2 supplies are said to be extremely limited in North America, first wave will be hell. But it's likely it will be available widely by the end of the year. Insider DSP saying it's likely will be available by the end of the year. Based on? You looking at the shipments? So it won't be a PS5 situation. Ah, yes. Thank you. That does mean a lot coming from an industry insider like yourself. I mean, that is pretty cool. Anyways, we could see the daily wrap, I guess, if it's worth it. Let's see. What else did I want to show you? I forgot. He probably will say that someone donated, I'm guessing, but how did we end up with the daily wrap? It's great. Oh, partnered on Kick. Oh yeah, so he did get partnered on Kick, by the way. And what that means is now he will get $5 an hour just for streaming. Well, if he got the standard deal, right? If that's who knows if that's the case, but that's the standard deal if you are co-streaming. So get ready to hear about that a million times today about how great it is, right? So he will be saying that today. We could look at the a band named. I saw a few good ones as well. I had those ready. But I'm gonna get past the fucking Kick shit.
A lot of views. I get under 100 viewers. For Kick to tell me exactly, how it went. And, how much I made, if I made anything on that stream, I don't know.
He wants to see how much he made on that stream, last night. Gotcha.
We're going to have to see. I think they're going to tell me ultimately how much I made after a certain amount of time. To be honest, I'd be shocked if they even pay me because I don't get a lot of views. I get under 100 viewers, you know what I'm saying? And on top of that, some of these streams, like for example, Pirate Yakuza, it's not like it's a hype stream or whatever. If I make like a few bucks, I'd be happy. So I guess we'll see. I guess we'll see what happens. They're gonna tell me after a little bit how much I make. I'm gonna guess like a few bucks an hour, but we'll see. Okay.
Okay. So
Anyway.
he doesn't know exactly how much it is, but there you go.
Tonight was Pirate Yakuza. I hyped it up and said, hey, everyone, join me for the conclusion of Pirate Yakuza because it's my 15-year anniversary, and I'm a partner on Kick, and the game is ending. It didn't work.
Who cares? That's because it's all bullshit that doesn't affect anyone.
Seriously, barely any people on the stream.
Really cool.
I knew it. The playthrough has gone too long. People are burned out on Like a Dragon. I'm glad we're not playing another one for a while. It just didn't work. We did beat the game. It took about an hour. We beat the game. And then I had like a 45-minute chill with Phil video where we just hung out and had a good time together. So in that regards, it went well. But we didn't even come close to hitting the goal. I think we didn't even have $40 tonight. I could be wrong, but I don't even think we hit $40 of support. And the thing was, I knew this was happening because the last time that we played Pirate Yakuza, the only reason we hit the goal is because one person came by and did a giant super chat. The time before we played Pirate Yakuza, we didn't hit the goal.
That goes for every game, though.
So I knew if this was going to be a night we weren't going to do it, it was going to be tonight. I tried everything. I was like, oh, come on, celebrate. And it didn't work. So it is what it is. I still had a great time. The end of the game was good, as you'll see if you watch the final part. And I still enjoyed chilling with everyone for like 45 minutes. And the fact that I was able to do a cool stream with all of you and get paid for it is kind of nice. So good stuff there, right? Overall.
It's kind of nice.
Cool.
I got paid for it. It's kind of nice.
So cheers to that. All right. So tomorrow is my final consecutive streaming day of the week. What does that mean? I'll tell you what it means. It means that tomorrow there's going to be a fun podcast in the morning because Nintendo is doing a special 15-minute...
I don't need to hear about this again. So, things today that could be, in question is how he reacts to the Mario Kart whatever bullshit, but who the fuck cares about that, honestly? More interesting is who will be the special guest for Smart Guys. Dun, dun, dun. So, that's what I'm going to make the poll, actually. I think that's a much hyper poll. Who is going to be the guest on Smart Guys? So, the options will be random nobody, lolcow, that means Wings, Beardson, I think they all count as lolcows, right? No, okay, maybe they're, I don't know the situation, so I'll say Wings, Beardson, Boogie, I'm trying to make sure all those are in the same boat. Wings, Beardson, Mersh, okay. Mersh. I don't know how you spell his name, but that's fine. The other option is WWE content creator. Well, Cyrex is not going to happen, so I'm not even writing that. Or no guess. Bingo! I spelled some things wrong, but I do not care. I have no regrets. No regrets! Random nobody, Wings, Beardson, Boogie, Mersh, WWE content creator, or no guest. Those are the options. I could never be on Smart Guys because I don't follow wrestling anymore. That is the truth. I did follow it in high school when it was arguably a lot of people were telling me the hypest time. When it was Stone Cold, The Reack, Hardy Boys, they were my man right there. The Hardy Boys, I thought they were the coolest. Turns out they weren't the coolest. IRL. Well, at least Jeff wasn't. But he's doing his best. Anyways, Pepperjack in the house. As Carl drops response videos out, and it is bad. Pepperjack, thanks for sharing. I might do a react to that, I guess. Not now, but sometime. There's too much shit to do anyway. If that came out in the summer, I'd be all over it, but now, probably not. But that is interesting. How long is it, at least? Let me check. Does he talk the same way? That was a lie. Hello, you absolute legends. Let's see what they say. The title is... He titled it, Loser, I Lost. There it is. Here's the that's the thumbnail. So, we'll see what happens. I'm not watching that. right now, at least on stream. I'll definitely will. He doesn't take accountability at all. Does he blame the attorneys and stuff? But legitimately, that's what people said. The attorneys did a horrible job. Like, you know, people that do law tube said the attorneys were atrocious. He should have won, but because he had a very bad attorneys and his own behavior was also very bad, making videos about the whole situation up to the sentencing, you know, both those things combined makes you lose, right? But anyways, a lot of people said. But yeah, I mean, obviously, how the attorneys handled it was a joke, man. Shiny Teeth in the House says he was more excited for making $5 an hour on his streaming anniversary than he was for his wedding anniversary. Good point. Good fucking point. Oh, the Discord leaks are ridiculous. Obviously, Carl's not handling this well, as who would, right? I mean, that's a pretty fucking thing. But yeah, he was very excited for making this $5 an hour. It's going to change his life, absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah, and my issue was how Carl handled this was he kind of, at the very least, didn't show people enough that it wasn't about cheating at all. That's what everyone fucking thought, right? But it was not. It was not about cheating in any way. And his own attorneys didn't seem to recognize that, which is the crazy part. But enough Carl Jobs talk. Enough Carl Jobs talk. Big ups to Base Zeno, who says, "Hey, LT, did you learn your love of manga from Kitazawa Rakuten?" No, I did not. My love of manga is a much simpler story. I didn't really like it at all until Chu said her favorite was Slam Dunk. And Slam Dunk is kind of short. So I gave it a shot. Now, Slam Dunk is about basketball. And she said, I promise you it's not about basketball. So I watched. I promise you it's more than just about basketball. I'm not really a basketball fan. I was like, why do I want to watch about Slam Dunk? But I watched it, and it was cool. And that gave me that kind of said, okay, well, I'll watch another one. And then she showed me Attack on Titan. Now, that was more my speed in terms of, like, I like that kind of, I don't know, more adult theme with some fantasy involved as well, for sure. But I really like that one. And then she always wanted me to try One Piece, but I said, no, that looks too silly for me. That looks much, much too silly for me. And I just wasn't into it at all. But then I tried to watch it, and I got hooked pretty easy, pretty quickly into it. I'm not going to say that's my favorite One Piece. I would probably still take Attack on Titan over that if I had to choose. But the gap is much smaller than it once was, I would say. I would definitely say, But Iwamoto says, so you didn't like any anime or manga even after you moved to Japan? Legit, what a king, not going the weeb route. Yeah, I never did. Ghibli movies were cool, but I wasn't in Japan for that kind of stuff at all. I really wasn't. Many people are, but I was not. I was kind of in it for, really, like I said, for me, Japan was more about, because I went to college, but I still lived at home when I went to college, so I had to drive to college and stuff. And yeah, I did party, but I didn't have that, like, moving away party. So I think that was kind of what I used as a substitute for that, right? So I kind of did that, like, I'm moving away, and I did that kind of angle. And then I found more stuff I liked. You know what I mean? You have to like Yu Yu Hakusho. Now that I do know the image from that, but again, I have not seen that. My knowledge is very small about everything. Like Sailor Moon and stuff. I know there's a huge, but I've never seen it. Yes, exactly. Who needs manga when you can vomit in an alley and steal a bike? I never stole a bike, but I had my bike stolen many times. Not many times. I should say 2 or 3 times. I was pulled over on a bike 2 or 3 times as well. And every time, like both times, I had alcohol in my basket, like going home to drink more as they pulled me over. And they would pull me over and be like, what are you doing? And I'm like, I'm just going home. And they would just, okay, that's fine. They check my ID and then let me go home. But I did have alcohol in my very basket while driving While driving drunk, I should say, not driving alcoholic. But I did do that on my bike very often. And that is illegal. Don't forget, that is illegal. I did not flee Japan due to my unpaid bike parking tickets. I did not. I never drink and drove. I think that is very stupid. Now, biking's a little bit different if you're on the right roads, but I know that's stupid and cope. That's absolutely cope. I did tell the story, though, my first ever call-in show, that my bike was legitimately taken because I parked in the wrong place, and it was put in this little, like, holding pen. But I jumped the fence of the holding pen and threw it over the fence again and drove home. Said, fuck them. Fuck the police. They never got me either. Fuck them. It was like a bike impound. But I said, fuck you, I'll break it out. And I broke out. Hammered the whole time. That's definitely not good. I don't recommend it. Oh, okay, Godfather, good point. They stole my bike? I can't park wherever the fuck I want? And they took my bike and threw it in the impound? That's what I got to say to that. As I walk through the valley of the shadow, that's my fucking bike. I take it out. Not you. I do what I want. It wasn't like that. I think I was just too drunk and didn't want to go through the hassle of walking home. Honestly. That was more the situation. I'm not a fugitive. I don't think there'd be any repercussions there. I lived in Japan 7 more years after that incident, so I don't think they were that interested in finding me, to be honest. But oh yeah, ban kick names. That's what I was gonna do. I forgot what I was doing. Yeah, the bike storage now, you can't fuck around. The one I tried to find it on Google Earth for that thing, and now it's like you can't steal it anymore. You cannot. Mine was just a little fence I climbed over. Now you couldn't do that if you tried. They're all high-tech now. They don't fuck around. All right, let's get to some band names here as the slideshow continues to roll. We have... Okay, I'm just going to read these. Just because I need the disclaimer of just because I read a band name doesn't mean I agree with a band name. T. Carter, Death, Your Fault. Telrance Carter, Haunts, DSP. Normal People Don't Have Arcs, DSP. DSP Felted by Scopely Forever. DSP Coping, PWR Seeing Hogan. You've made a beggar in me snort. Stationary Gold Digger Cat. PWR Rat Hogan's Bar. PWR at Hogan's Bar Real. Ghost of John Rambo Real. Ghost in the Machines. We Know You Dye Your Hair. He's pretty good. Career Parents Marriage Dead. Chaos Realm 01 Catherine. Idiots Wants to Review Cologne. Indrid Bangable Cat Rollable.
Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the final Level 1 podcast of the week. And we got a good one, because today I'll be tackling the Mario Kart World Direct that happened live this morning. It's around 15 minutes long, and I'll be watching it back live, reacting. It should be pretty exciting. In addition, big announcement if you missed it last night, I am officially partnered on Kick. This is awesome. Thank you to everyone who got me there. We'll talk about what that means, as well as the first day of using channel points on Kick, which went pretty interestingly. Plus, today we've got more of the awesome blueprints and my final episode of Smart Guys Wrestling Commentary before the big WrestleMania event this weekend. So we've got a lot of stuff to talk about. It's an exciting week-ending episode. Today, it's time to sit back and relax, because it's the Level 1 podcast.
We're in trouble. Okay, big ups to OGX Superbass, who has says, check out this Elton John song from 1970. It's entitled Take Me to the Pilot Live. Your entire career is on the line here. I am at the timestamp requested. Here we go. Listen up. On in your man, I am dented. All right, your career is redeemed. Lifetime pass given. Lifetime contract signed. And I am dented. Lifetime contract signed to OGX3. You're a legend.
DSP.
I am dented.
Alrighty, everyone. I'm DSP. This is the Level 1 podcast for Thursday, the 17th of April, 2025. Welcome to the show. And welcome to the first show as a partner on Kick. That's right. welcome to anyone
I
who's
thought
watching
last
me
night
on
was
Kick
it.
right now. And thank you for all of your support. I just realized, I was like, why is the lighting off? Because I didn't turn on my other key light. That's much better now. Thank you to everyone who has watched me on Kick over the last 7 months or so. I actually began streaming on Kick in early October. So
why?
It's been a good ride.
Who told
And
you to do
now
it?
I've become officially partnered. Kick seems to be improving in a lot of different ways. If you guys haven't noticed, they just added channel points, and now we've got the new multi-stream partnership, which I'll talk about the difference and how it works, etc. This is excellent. And for me to be honest here, it's the opposite of the experience on YouTube. What I mean by that is YouTube basically starts initiatives, acts like they're going to do a lot with them, and then just kind of like stops, flounders, and forgets about them. YouTube streaming at one point was supposed to be very, very enticing. They were trying to get a whole bunch of big streamers to leave places like Twitch TV and come over to YouTube. They were paying them for exclusive contracts, and they had promised all of these improvements that were going to be coming on YouTube.
Yeah.
And then they never happened. Really, like they were saying all these awesome incentives and things. Remember, they had YouTube Gaming, the separate part of the website, and an app, and it didn't do anything. Like, no one could find anything in the search. It was just a waste of everybody's time. And then they were like, we're going to do all these stream improvements, or we're going to add better moderation. We're going to add new fun things in the chat. We're going to add this and that. They never did it. They just overpromised and underdelivered. Kick seems to be the opposite.
Okay.
Kick has been doing some major improvements recently. They overhauled
like giving
their
me
app,
money.
and a lot of people said they didn't like the overhaul. Personally, I don't.
That sounds bad, doesn't it?
Use the Kick app, because if I'm going to do anything with Kick, I want to have all the features. And just to be honest, none of these apps have all the features. They're all like half featured. So I always just use like the full site if I'm gonna use it. But then they just added channel points yesterday, and we talked about this on the show, where as you watch my streams on Kick, for every 5 minutes, you earn 10 points.
Oh, God, the points again?
What I'm hoping.
Oh, God, by the way, guys, I love the fucking LARP of saying, felt generous, here's some points, king. That is so fucking good. Like yesterday, someone got him to say, thanks for the fucking points. It's the fucking best. Felt generous, enjoy the points, king. And Philip said, shout outs too. It was the best.
Is that over time Kick will refine this? Keep in mind, this is a brand new system they literally just added. So
shout outs too. Tangy, savory seasonings, who says, oh, you don't have to say it's points, guys.
There's not much to it as of yet. For example, the only thing that I was able to do is make it so that you can use 200 channel points to make a highlighted message in chat different colors. So it stands out, and I shout it out when you use your points to do that.
Massive. Oh, shit.
I am hoping there's going to be more. Like, for example, back over on Twitch, which originally started using channel points many years ago, you could wager the points. Like, you could make a big wager. Hey, will DSP get 30 kills during this match of Team Deathmatch in Call of Duty? And people would wager their points. Yes, no. And it was very exciting in that regard.
A brand new name. Mainstay European Real just got banned. Did you say something offensive? Because if not, he knows that that's fucking a thing people troll them on about. Mainstay European countries. I remember he said that yesterday.
It was fun, and it added incentive. If you remember, we did a whole marathon where I played classic Mario, and there were all these, point challenges, and people absolutely loved that marathon. You can't do that on Kick yet, but they just turned channel points on like a day ago. Okay. So I have hope for the future that they're going to do new stuff. Like, for example, I would love to have some custom exclusive badges that are specifically for channel points that you can divvy out when someone, say, earns a certain amount and then uses them. Or emotes. That's another thing they used to do on Twitch, is you would get exclusive emotes that you could unlock by using channel points. So let's see what happens. I hope that for the future they do new stuff, right? But
that's why they got banned. But it is a good question, though. As Greedo the Green says, this shirt gives off I touch winners in the bar bathroom vibes.
The big news is that after 7 months of streaming...
For me, it's like 45 years old, just got off a divorce. He's back on the market, ladies. You know what I mean? Hello, ladies. I am back available.
On Kick, I have qualified for and been accepted into the Kick Partnership Program.
Didn't you already talk about this?
KCIP.
Oh, God.
I don't even know what that stands for. It's an acronym for the Kick Creator Incentive Program. Okay? So, I've been accepted, and as of now, it's activated. All right? So, what does this mean?
Hey,
it
what
means
does
that
mean?
every time I'm streaming on Kick, they're actually going to pay me like a flat rate per the amount of time I'm streaming. Now, I don't know what it is yet. I'll find out soon, I'm sure. And I'm sure it's not a lot, but it's awesome. It means you're kind of guaranteed making some money, even if you're not doing, anything else. It's good. And you know what it is on YouTube, there's ads. So on YouTube, every time I stream, ads run, and I'm guaranteed to make some money.
Yeah.
Well, there's no ads on Kick, but being in this program kind of gives you that same kind of guarantee. You see,
There isn't ads on Kick? I didn't know that. There's no ads at all? That probably means they can't get them, but they will definitely turn them on when they can.
what I'm saying? So that's nice, obviously. And we'll see how it works moving forward. But I am multi-streaming. What that means is I am streaming both to Kick and to YouTube.
Okay.
And being in a multi-streaming program means that you can only get half as much revenue as if you were full-time streaming on Kick. Okay? So, again, can't really say much about it.
Yep, good point, Walter. What I make is none of your business, guys.
Nor will I really. For example, do you really think... Oh, there's a giant string on my T-shirt. There we go. I'm not going to sit here and talk about it all the time, but it is something to celebrate, and I want to say thank you because I am grateful to all of you for everything that you have done for me in the last 6 to 8 months. Like, seriously, it's been amazing. The levels of support, the levels of engagement. If it weren't for people actually tuning in, watching, following, subbing on Kick, I never would have qualified for the KCIP
Thanks,
program.
LARPers.
And now that I have, it's just a little bit of extra help on top of everything else. So thank you so much for that. Big thumbs up there. And
Heavy Breathing for Angela, great name, says, our donations are being subsidized by the Kick government.
Onward and upward, right? Exactly. Let's hope
What?
that I can continue.
Philip,
Onward and upward, right? Exactly.
we agreed with ourselves again, Philip. We can't do this, remember? Oh, God. Onwards and upwards, right? Exactly.
So thank you so much for that. Big thumbs up there. And, onward and upward, right? Exactly. Let's hope that I can continue to grow on Kick and have streams that are having more followers, more viewers. I have noticed that overall my average viewership on Kick has increased. When I first was streaming on Kick months ago, it was maybe 30 to 50 viewers a stream. Now, on average, I'm pulling in around like 70 to 80.
Yeah.
So it's almost doubled in that regard, which is great. And the thing is, this is at a time when there's not a lot going on. Later this year, when we've got big new game releases and the big gaming season is happening, maybe if I manage to get my hands on a Switch 2 and I unbox it and I do a special event, right?
Kick's gonna go crazy for that.
That's going to really bring more attention. So
Definitely.
let's see what happens this year, but I'm excited for the future. Great stuff, great positive vibes around here. And thank you all very much. All right, so now that that's out of the way.
Yes, thank you. Great
as
show.
You can see, 4th straight day of summer-like weather because there is full sun and not a cloud in the sky outside. I got my fans on full blast again. The funny part about this is tomorrow is actually supposed to be the hottest day. Tomorrow's supposed to be like almost 80 degrees Fahrenheit.
It's going to be a rise of 25 degrees. It's 55 degrees Fahrenheit, 12.8 degrees Celsius right now.
And that's on my day off. But then, when I come back on Sunday, it's only supposed to be in the 50s and cloudy and raining. So if everything that they're saying about the weather is correct, I'm going to end up going back to like fall attire. Yeah, are you kidding? Yeah, it's in the 50s. Well, okay, later on in the week, it gets into the 60s again. So,
You said 80 degrees, Philip?
Maybe the last hurrah. Maybe I'll have 1 or 2 more days of wearing like long sleeve stuff, and then I'll just fully go into the summer attire. this
Wow, later in the week it's going to be in the 60s. He said 80 degrees.
coming week, and likely if we start with weather that's going to consistently be in the 60s, I'll probably put the air conditioner in by the end of the month. We'll have to see. Okay.
Wow, 60. Oh, sun. You want sun, Pocket Faciti?
Anyway,
I hesitate to add when we're so close to the great culling.
So good stuff. So where to begin today? Now that we've talked about the kick thing, today we're gonna have a big segment on the show. I'm going to do a live reaction to the Mario Kart World Direct that happened this morning. It was 16 minutes and 51 seconds. From what I'm to understand, it wasn't super duper exciting. It basically just in one place summarized all of the information that was all over the internet about Mario Kart Direct, which is good because guess what? Outside of the Switch 2 reveal, which was on the 2nd, I haven't watched any other information.
Wait, hold on. What are you guys saying 1651 to? Hold on, let me hear again.
It wasn't 15 minutes and 51 World Direct that happened this morning. It was
I got distracted. I'm too bored. You guys were on it. Let's hear. What's your favorite radio station, Philip?
Was
WPIG?
16 minutes and 51 seconds.
Damn it.
I want them to understand.
Almost worked.
It wasn't super duper exciting. It basically just in one place summarized all of the information that was all over the internet about Mario Kart Direct, which is good because guess what? Outside of the Switch 2 reveal, which was on the 2nd, I haven't watched any other information about Mario Kart World.
Okay.
So
who cares?
I'm most excited about Mario Kart World.
Mm-hmm.
That is if I can even get a Switch 2 at launch. Who knows, right? I hope so. But so that's going to be a fun part of this podcast. I hope that you're ready for that. After the podcast, we're jumping back into blueprints. This is the new rooms. I banked an item. Excited. I really it's been for that pro wrestling commentary show. Okay. Now, for a few things about Smart Guys tonight. Okay.
Oh, here we go. Here we go. Get your votes in now. A little bit more information if you're wondering where to vote. Here we go. Uh-oh. What are we checking our DMs?
Number one.
Quick pull.
This is the final show before WrestleMania.
Okay.
I have now done tons of Smart Guys episodes, right? Haven't I done
Who cares? 10 or so. Who
how
cares? matey. Okay, you're asking for it now.
Is this seriously the 13th episode today? Holy shit, I didn't even realize that.
Wow, 13.
It is. It's the 13th episode, so no wonder that I had to cancel it last week. I didn't even realize it was unlucky number 13. Okay.
Good point.
So, with WrestleMania being
sometimes the universe is a kidder.
This weekend, this is going to be a very hype episode of Smart Guys. Why? Because the purpose of this show is not to recap Raw, SmackDown, or anything that's been going on recently on the shows. The purpose of this show
what's
is
this
to
purpose?
Preview the entire card at WrestleMania. WrestleMania is a 2-day event. WrestleMania 41, I should say.
Okay.
And each day, there's certain a results recap show.
This
Maybe
week
in that
fucking
regard, it'll end up
sucks.
being a more interesting show than the ones that I've done up to now, where it's basically been just recap the results of what's going on, right? But in addition to that, tonight, my third and final guest will be on the show. I've already confirmed with them that they are good for tonight. All right. You don't know who it is because it's a mystery guest. All I'm going to say is it should be very interesting, exciting, and, hopefully we'll get some people talking. Okay. But it should be a good one. And I hope that.
Ooh, interesting. Now, not to read too much into this, we need skip juice anyway. I think that means he's not confident that it is going to be a successful guest, okay? Listen, I hope it will get people talking. I don't think he has any confidence in it, actually. I think now my money would definitely be on a random nobody, as most of you are already guessing.
Hopefully, we'll get some people talking. Okay, but it should be a good one.
That's
I hope
my
that you'll
guess.
join me. It's going to be around 7 p.m. Pacific time on my DSP Reacts channel on YouTube. That's at DSP Reacts, or on my usual kick channel, DSP Gaming Reel. Now, one final thing.
Go ahead.
Okay, if the worst happens and my guest again cannot show up, then
I thought you confirmed they're coming. They might not show up again?
I'm just going to do the show solo. All right?
Yeah.
Just to make this clear, last week, I delayed it an entire week. I said, we'll do it the right before WrestleMania. But this time around, I'm not going to delay it. If, some crazy emergency, unforeseeable, crazy thing happens, the show must go on tonight.
What if their girlfriend gets them in a jam and they can't come, like Howard did?
Because I want to do a
Yeah,
pre-WrestleMania show. All right? And always, as I've said, during these Smart Guy shows, for every $100 that I raise of support, I will unpack live one of my remaining 7 packs of WWE Topps Chrome trading cards. Okay? So depending on how it goes tonight, we'll see. Maybe we'll have some card unpackings and things like that. Should be pretty exciting.
Pretty
Now,
cool.
Just so everyone knows, I'm doing a special show on Monday. My actual daytime stream on Monday is going to be very different. I am going to do a level 1 podcast, but it's going to be a very shortened, abridged show. I'm only going to do maybe a half an hour to 40 minutes of the podcast. That's going to end. Then around noonish, I'm going to start my WrestleMania Super Show on DSP React and on Kick to go get Monday, a 4-hour WrestleMania Super Show starting at noon and running till like 4 p.m. on DSP Reacts, and I'm a super show. Think about these plot lines moving forward. I've already confirmed one, and another looks like it's going to make a special video for me. So I'm going to have guests on the show to talk about, hey, here's what we thought about the matches in general and what was the best and worst of the show.
Oh,
what do you think about these plot lines moving forward
Not
after
watching
WrestleMania?
that. So that means I bet that's Ethan Ralph though making a video, because Ethan Ralph did say they were doing it. He has one guest confirmed. That could be Ethan Ralph as well though. But someone's making a video.
How they went at WrestleMania, right? So it's going to be a great show on Monday, a 4-hour WrestleMania Super Show starting at noon and running till like 4 p.m. on DSP Reacts and on my Kick channel. Okay?
I will not be watching that. We'll do the pre-stream, but not that show.
Then
I'm
after
not
that,
strong.
quite frankly, we're going to give it a break. I'm not going to do Smart Guys a third time within a week. So probably Smart Guys will return the week after that. And I'll give you details on that, as it happens. I'll figure out what date it will be and all of that. Okay? Fair enough.
As it happens.
Good stuff. Okay.
Greedo the Green says the whole summer attire thing and weather is tism. I know some people say that. I don't. Who knows? I mean, some people blame everything on autism. It feels like this time, but I'm not doubting you. I think it's more he just has nothing else to talk about, but it could be. Pocket Basidi says we should just watch the Carl Joss video. It's better than this. Nah, people will riot if we don't do this. I do want to watch it though, but not today. Maybe that can be. I don't know. I definitely want to watch it. It'd be fun to watch it on stream though, because add some context, as you guys always do. We'll see. Mr. Extravagant says, as much as I hate to say this, you might want to bring back Snood if he's going to stay this boring forever. Big up, Snood still sucks. Well, next guest for the podcast will be on Monday, actually, and I'm going to continue my theme of Ka-Ching of the Ring competitors like Brooke Baroque was. So next Monday, next guest, but it's a super secret guest. I'm not going to tell you. Yeah, that'll be on Monday. And then I got another one lined up as well. Someone you've never heard of. No one has guessed it. Just kidding. Some people have guessed it, but that'll be on Monday and then maybe the next Monday as well. So trying to keep the Ka-Ching of the Ring competitors rolling in. Vike says, special guest and wrestling superfan Jade, #Cat is beautiful. Now, Vikes, I didn't expect you to say that, Vikes. So that's maybe Vikes having a change of heart. Look at Vikes.
All
Look at
right,
Vikes
well,
here.
guys, that's today. Exciting day today, is it not? So I'm excited for this stuff, and I hope that you guys are too. But 1 second, because I pulled that string off my shirt. It keeps blowing all around. I just want
Mike
to throw it
says
out.
charge back. That will be a charge back. Uh-oh. I always win those, Vikes. Don't try. I always win those. Ooh, Pocket Machine. We need to have the Gouty Road artist on. All right, there's an idea. I'm not spoiling it. That should be fun, though. Shiny Teeth in the house says, hey, paisanos, it's the WrestleMania Super Show.
All right. My hair's out of control today. Like, there's crazy amounts of static in my hair, and I don't know why. I was trying to...
Ooh, good question in the Pigglers chat. What is your favorite season? Summer, spring, winter, or fall? Here's the real question. Will he answer this question? Yes or no? Will he answer the question? That's it. I'm not asking you to guess. I'm saying, will he answer the question? Here we go.
Like de-static it, and I couldn't get it to unstatic, so it's just crazy looking today. Nothing I could do about it. Okay.
Will he
All
unstatic?
right, guys. So
oh, not that one?
before we
God damn it, District Lancaster. Not that one. In Pigler's chat. Is Rambo liked by the community? Not seen their content before? Is that what you mean?
I was trying to like de-static it, and I couldn't get it to unstatic, so it's just crazy looking today. Nothing I could do about it. Okay. Alrighty, guys. So before we get to the live react,
oh, the King Snake one. God damn it! Just write it if you saw it. What was it? So you're making more of Kick. Is there any chance of lowering the goals? That's not gonna happen. When you did, I can't find it. Write it though. What was it?
Easier to let monsters couldn't get it to unstatic, so it's just crazy looking today.
Who cares?
To the live react of the Mario Kart World Direct, I would like to talk about yesterday's streams and just where we are
Jesus
with
Christ.
everything.
Oh, okay.
A couple things just happened. Toasty Chestnut did a highlighted message using channel points on Kick. Says, "What's your favorite season? Summer, spring, winter, or fall?" I'm gonna go.
Listen. By the way, Philip is revealing the game right here. You don't have to, all the troll tippers out there, just highlight your fucking message. He treats it like a tip anyway. So who gives a shit? Sit and chat for 10 minutes and then do that. He's going to read it like it's a tip.
Probably with fall. And the reason I say fall...
He did answer it.
...is number one, the weather is cooling down from the summer. You get cool autumn things like the leaves change color. You get things like cinnamon and spice and pumpkin,
gotcha.
and you get like those fall baked goods and things that you think about, maple syrup, stuff like that, right?
Okay, in this list, maple and syrup are separate items.
The color, you get things like cinnamon and spice and pumpkin, and you get like those fall baked goods and things that you think about, maple syrup, stuff like that.
Maple and then syrup. District Lancaster, you did not get felted by me. I appreciated it.
Right? You start to head into Halloween season and stuff like that. You start to get hyped for Christmas. But
syrup.
For me, the best part is it's gaming season. Typically, the fall is the busiest time of the year for exciting game releases. So not only is the weather changing and things getting to this cool autumn vibe, but you also have all these good games coming out in a short period of time. So that's why fall's my favorite season.
So just about the food, basically. And also that famous maple and syrup. That's also my favorite.
Now,
who doesn't love maple
also,
and
Kate,
syrup?
I'm glad to hear that. I'm really glad to hear that you got your account back, and thank you. He says, congrats on getting the KCIP. He says, should I be watching over there? It doesn't matter where you watch. If you watch on YouTube, some ads will run. And that helps me. If you watch on Kick, that helps for engagement on Kick. So everything is good. It's all good. Doesn't matter where you watch. There's incentives and advantages to watching on either. If you watch on YouTube, you can watch at 1440p, which is the higher quality, right? But if you watch on Kick, there's no ads. So, I can go back and forth about the advantages and disadvantages, but your call.
Your call.
Okay, so.
All right, Judge Judy questions real quick. Here we go. Judge Judy questions. Go ahead. That is it. We have finished one single question. That is it. Did you read the paper? That's the only one we have got so far. Get out of here, Judy.
Yesterday's streams, let's talk about them, shall we?
Oh, God.
This
fucking sucks, man.
Who thinks that Oberon is some kind of a godlike nature entity that should be powered up and given full reign to do whatever it wants. Like a real right, Dr. Garrow is telling you. So basically, you don't know who to trust. You don't know who to team up with. But the better you're actually one of the story characters off to the other. If you take a look at the length of the parts, right? Like a Dragon Infinite Well.
We're losing our life force here, man.
Like, wait, I thought this was just a spin-off game. I mean, it is, but it is weird and bizarre that they chose to actually put some major unexplained story stuff into this game rather than the main one. Okay?
You sure it was unexplained?
There was a big final fight, epic story developments at the end, and there was even a dance number during the credits. I'm serious.
So that was cool.
Overall, I really enjoyed my time with the game. it doesn't really get much attendance. It doesn't get much support. It's just not a game that brings butts to seats because I think, number one, there's so much Like a Dragon now. You know, at one point, they used to make a new Like a Dragon / Yakuza game every 2-3 years. Now they make at least one a year. Sometimes they make more than one a year. So I think because of that, the interest in the franchise has waned dramatically. Much like, you know, Assassin's Creed, when they were making one every 2-3 years, everyone loved it. And then when they started making them annually, everyone got burnt out on it, right?
Yeah, definitely.
So it's kind of the same deal. They're still quality games. I still really enjoy them. I had a great time with this. But good stuff. All right. I hope you guys enjoyed. Now, last night, we had incredibly low attendance. I'm serious. Like, it was way low. And we had incredibly low support.
Shit! Let's see what Boss Man thinks. I don't think he's going to like this. Boss Man, what's your take on the low support? What is your take? We need it, Boss Man. Shit, he didn't like it. Come on. That was just one stream, Boss Man. You could have helped that, by the way. Where were you? We needed you. God damn it. We'll get back on track today. I promise, Boss Man.
It's okay. I even had said this a couple days before. I said, man, I really wish that I had finished Pirate Yakuza on Tuesday or Monday night, because at that point, we actually had one person who had really enjoyed the playthrough and did a big contribution, and we hit the goal. And I was like, man, if we had finished it, we could have finished it on a high note. But traditionally, Pirate Yakuza is the game where I haven't hit any goals, and it happens almost every time. So,
we need one.
Last night...
Yeah, that's a good point, Overnight Tip. We do need a celebratory Boss Man, too. So there is times when you might be in suspense. Is he going to enjoy this news or break his door? Good point. I'll make it happen.
Was no different. It's okay. I wasn't super upset or anything. We have had an unprecedented, awesome amount of support this month in April. It's been wild. And I really appreciate all of you who have come out and supported all of my streams and my content. It really doesn't matter what I'm doing, right? It doesn't matter if I'm doing
well, you can't really say Yakuza though, right?
Casting. If I'm doing building a Lego set, if we're talking pro wrestling commentary, what game franchise I'm playing, or whatever we're doing, you guys have been absolutely awesome. And I appreciate you. So thank you so very, very much for that. You know, it's not the end of the world, even though my detractors like to act like it is. See, he finally got a stream where he didn't hit a goal. Yeah, guys, I had 12 straight streams where I hit my goal.
Okay.
So it's not that big of a deal. Now, of course, that
kind of struck a nerve there, huh? Because you're bringing it up anyway. Gotcha.
Being said, yes, I would like to get back on track today. So today, if you're having a good time with this podcast, if you enjoy the direct react, if you like Blueprints, please support it. Particularly with Blueprints, I've played it 3 times so far and had a great time with it. And I want to keep that in the rotation. All right? So if you could, please support today's stream, and I appreciate you if you do. Let's see if we can get back on track and hit the goal today. Notably, let's do a shout out for our first contribution. Let's take a look here.
Batman B! Pigman Lord of Dirt said, I deeply want ICS to be the Smart Guys co-host. I think that would be interesting, at least. People would be interested in that, but you know there's no chance of that. And big ups, Aid Robertson. From Aid and Becca, what legends in the house?
A $5 tip.
From Flatman B, who says he saw a worm struggling to get off the edge of a sidewalk, but I gave him the last push he needed, and he did wriggle away. God bless, and the earth is flat.
Hey everyone, Jesus bless you all. Positive vibes from Flatman B. There you go. Thank you, Flatman, for getting support rolling today. Very, very appreciated.
We got the blessing. We are all safe today. We got the blessing.
Thank you, Flatman.
I need to get like a angelic, like, thing when we get the blessing. That'd be kind of hype.
Let's get that on the leaderboard here.
Sometimes he doesn't bless us though, because we were fucked on those days.
Awesome. Thank you, Flatman. All right. Let's see here.
Yeah, picture of Jesus on a flat earth. That'd be it. That's good.
Someone talking about ridiculous stuff, so I'm just going to ignore them.
Okay.
Seriously. I received a $4.20 tip.
Wonder what that was. Anything about a bird or?
That's disgusting.
Okay.
That's all I'm going to say. That is an absolutely disgusting notion. So I'll say, hey,
Not
thanks
happening.
for the 420 tip. I really appreciate that. And that's all I'm going to say. I'm literally not going to say another word.
Thanks for the money,
Yikes.
dummy. For the views.
I think I'm getting better at not taking the bait. You know, these people who come in here and they'll tip $1 and say something ridiculous, then tip another $1, say something ridiculous, and then we end up spending half the show derailed for like $4 because these people, you know, tend to try to do this.
Yeah.
I'm doing better at explaining, I don't think that we're going to spend time on that. Just say thanks and move on, right? So thank you for the 420 tip. I appreciate that.
I'm doing better at the thing I'm doing right now. I'm doing better at not doing the thing I'm doing right now. Huh, guys? You got
Cade
it, guys?
just did a $2 super chat, our first super chat of the day, and said DSP. Thank you, Cade. Let's get Cade on the leaderboard here.
Ooh, now Cade.
For
Oh,
our
no,
first
he's not a
super chat of the
mod.
day.
I'm trying to see the mods. Alex from Phoenix is a mod. These are all possible guests, right? Alex from Phoenix. Who else is a mod in there?
Awesome. Thank you, Cade. Let's see here. I got another $5 tip from Willie Bawonka. Thanks for your awesome content that you provide. Your streaming content is top notch.
Yeah,
Dub on your
definitely.
haters. Love you, King. Much love. Thank you so much to Willie Bawonka. Good initial momentum, up to $16.
Good initial momentum,
just
boys.
to reiterate, because we talked about this yesterday.
Oh, please
2
reiterate.
upcoming goal rewards.
Oh, God. I'm not doing this, man.
A chalupa
What?
that has cheese on the outside of it.
Yeah, what's wrong with that? Chalupa with the
I
outside.
wish that was a joke. No, they literally just, they put some cheese on the outside of it. And they say, oh, it's a new chalupa. No, it's not. But they're pretending like it is, okay?
Okay. Elite Gaming Terror Task Force Tactical Cyber Hitman says Phil's head is flat. Why wouldn't the Earth be too? And that's a good question. We got to ask Flatman himself that one.
Another suggestion was Wingstop. But since I just did
Big ups.
Popeyes,
Elite Gaming
we're not
Terror
going to do
Task
Wingstop
Force.
this time. We may do it in the future. I think it's a good suggestion because I've actually never had Wingstop ever, so I don't know what it's like. But I think it would be pretty dumb to do chicken and then more fried chicken, right?
Right.
And then the last
Good
suggestion was Chipotle. And I realized I'd actually never done a DSP tries it on Chipotle. When I had first moved here in 2014, one of the first meals I actually had was Chipotle while I was moving in. And I actually filmed it, but it wasn't officially DSP tries it. And since then, I've never done it. So
that has an asterisk next to it. Not an official DSP tries it. However, there is a video of it.
maybe that could be an idea. All right. So I would say out of those ideas, definitely either the Wendy's, because there's 3 new things at Wendy's I could try at once. So it would be a more interesting DSP tries it, or Chipotle. Like those would be the 2 things that I would try. So let's see what you guys think. We got 8 more goals to hit. So we got definitely a while, probably about a week to think about it. And we'll go from there. Now, the other thing coming up, the big one, is when we hit 50 goals. When we hit that 50 goal milestone, which will likely, you know, if you gauge interest in time, probably either late this month or early in May, right? We're going to do a themed marathon. Now, what's it going to be? We've had many different ideas. Idea number 1 is returning back to my Mega Man marathon from January, where I play Mega Man 4, 5, and 6, but you guys are having me take shots and stuff, so it ends up being way more difficult because I'm buzzed trying to play classic Mega Man.
You couldn't play it when
That's
you're
one
sober,
idea.
so okay.
And
Go
eventually,
ahead.
I do want to get back to that. I do want to finish those Mega Man games. Idea number 2 is the return of viewer's choice, where you guys would nominate and then vote on a series of games you want to see me play during the marathon for maybe like an hour each. And then based on how well they go, perhaps I turn some of those into real playthroughs. For example, we just did this back in February, and then I ended up playing all of Onimusha HD, which I absolutely loved. And now I'm going to end up playing Onimusha 2 HD. I think it comes out next month. And then on top of that, I'm probably going to play the new Onimusha next year. So you see how sometimes those viewers' choice events can turn into really awesome things. You know, I really am happy that you guys come up with such good ideas for them. Okay. Then lastly, the third and final idea would be
He comes up with all the ideas.
Closet Clean Out 2.0 and the Vest and Hat Retirement Marathon. What does that mean? Well, as you know, for the years 2020 to 2024, when I hit certain milestones of support on a stream, I would either put on a hat or a vest, and it was this big running thing and a meme on the internet.
Oh, sorry. I fell
And then last
asleep.
year, I phased it out. I don't want to do this anymore. It's kind of silly. I'm tired of it. You know, I don't necessarily think many or any people are supporting my streams to see this stuff anyway. And it's hot. It's the middle of summer, and I'm putting on vests and sweating. It's just dumb. Plus, I can't even wear nicer clothing if I'm putting on vests and shit. You know, it was
That's
one
the
thing when I
better
was wearing
one.
gamer T-shirts every day. But now, I feel like we've moved on from that. We've evolved.
Big ups,
We've
Hollywood.
moved forward, especially with the new setup and visuals and everything, right? So with all that being said, those vests and hats are just sitting in the closet unused. And people have said recently, hey, could we actually bring them back? And I said, well, no, not permanently. But what we could do is we could do an event where during this marathon, for every milestone of support, let's say every $50 raised, I put on one of my hats.
Oh my
At
God.
$100 raised, you choose a vest.
Whoa.
At 150, we take that hat off and retire it. It goes into storage, and then we pick another hat. And we could go through
Who
my
doesn't love the sound of
entire
that?
wardrobe during the course of that marathon. You'll see all the vests and hats for one final time during that day, right? Then they go into storage, and then maybe every
So
once
it's $100 for each change, though, just to be clear.
in a while,
Vestivus for the rest of us. Pick up Silent Weapons.
we bring them out for a special event. Maybe we have a special stream where I decide, hey, we'll actually do them again or something like that. Okay, but for now, they're literally hanging in the closet, or they're on a whole shelf. There's an entire shelf that's hats. They're taking up all this room.
In the
And I
closet
could use
you
that
never
room for
open.
storage for other important stuff, and I can't do it right now because they're just, you know, they're taking up space. So I think that would be a great event. Plus, it would be useful because cleaning out the closet a second time, I'll be able to organize it and use it more efficiently. All right. So, I think all three of those ideas are great, to be frank. So we've got the return of the Mega Man Marathon, the Viewer's Choice event, or the Closet Clean Out Vest and Hat Retirement event. So let's think about it. We've got a few weeks to figure this out. The only thing is, if we are going to decide on the Viewer's Choice event, that is one that I have to set up early because you guys need time to nominate and then vote on games, you see? So we have to kind of figure this out maybe within about a week or so. If it was that serious of a thing, we've these highlighted messages. Danger Moo. It looks like someone on Kick just used some points. Let's see.
Yes.
It was Danger Moo. You did a highlighted message in blue. It looks, I like these highlighted messages now. It said, can you do a poll for Wendy's or Chipotle? And can we vote on it? Could.
Yeah, why not?
I didn't know it was that serious of a thing. Do you want to do a poll?
Do you want your rewards to be what people want, right? It's pretty simple.
Oh, that's fine. Okay, let's see.
All right. Pigpen Lord of Dirt has a Theo theory that Caddis make him clean or she leaves. That's too much of a Theo theory. I don't think she ever goes upstairs, so she doesn't care. That's my guess.
I will do both polls. I'll do one on YouTube and...
Look at this cool setup. Definitely natural
All
way
right,
to
ready?
type. Oh, okay.
Chipotle for DSP tries it. Let's see what you guys say. All right? Cool.
Looks like
Yeah, my hair's all over the place. They look so staticky, sticking out. Look.
Chipotle is winning.
Sticking
the
up,
poll.
sticking out in every direction. Okay. A couple more tips have come in, it looks like.
All right.
It also looks like the poll on Kick isn't working. It looks like it's frozen.
I thought you said Kick was the place to be
Let's see
now.
if I refresh if it works.
Okay. Highlighted messages. Yeah, he cannot
Now it's working.
escape.
It's frozen for me. Okay.
He cannot escape looking at the yellow messages. The highlighted messages.
Let's see
He
here.
loves them. Big up Seawook Dev. I think this is a troll. 'cause
Okay,
look,
this is moronic. Just ignore this idiot.
Flatman B just said, only a troll would complain about not reading demonic messages. Unreal. Hey, that's too long to be a Kick name, Flatman B. Come on. That's too long. You
Good.
can't
And
do
then we
that.
got a $2 tip, or $2.22 tip, actually. I feel like refusing to read certain things is not a good look. No offense, it kind of makes you look ungrateful. If the message is something sexual, if it's something disgusting, if it's something revolting, it's always at my discretion what I say or don't say on my stream. I have absolutely no obligation to read a damn thing.
That's what Flatman B called demonic, by the way. Sexual, disgusting. It's demonic.
So if you want to actually get your message read on stream, do something that's normal and reasonable and not outrageous and disgusting and ridiculous and stupid, and then I'll read it. It's that simple. It's cause and effect. It's not rocket science. Oh, he's ungrateful. It's that I don't want to degrade my content down to stupid shit because you decided to say the dumbest thing I've ever heard. Okay? Pretty simple.
Not reading these demonic messages. Asshole. You and your sex.
And good to see you.
Who?
Cool.
We get a what's up?
Game Boy, how are you this morning? Good to see you.
There's one.
How's it
Can
going,
we
Game Boy?
get into the temple? Last
Okay.
chance. Last chance.
All right. It also looks like No Easter Bunny asks, are you going to dye eggs for Easter Sunday? No. First of all, eggs are insanely expensive right now. Like crazy over the top. They're like $10 a dozen. Not that that's, such a big deal. It's like $1 something an egg. But it used to be like $3.
Check out the big math on Phil.
Not that that's expensive right now. Like crazy over the top. They're like $10 a dozen.
$10 a dozen. Okay, how much is that?
Not that that's, such a big deal. It's like $1 something an egg. But it used
$1 something an egg. I didn't hear the something. He did
to be like $3 a dozen. All right. Number two, I don't think that we would eat a bunch of eggs. So.
You dye them?
No, I'm not doing any Easter egg coloring. I don't have any kids or anything either. Cade did a $5 super chat over on YouTube and says the following. Please ignore the idiots. I love when you are positive, and when you get stressed, you end up reacting to them. People watch you because they like you, so stay up. Sounds good, Cade. Thank you.
Thank you, Cade.
Nice positive message. Good.
I will
good
forget that at the very next opportunity, but thank you so much, Cade.
points, right? Thank you. So now we are up to $23 of support in climbing. Thank you. Initial polling is very close,
No, it's
both
not.
on YouTube and Kick, but is slightly leaning towards Chipotle. For those who are interested, maybe watching on demand, you're wondering what the poll's doing. Yeah, it's leaning towards Chipotle. Okay? I wonder what I should get. Do it Chipotle.
Oh my god.
Does anyone know the Chipotle menu? I haven't had it in so long. Let me look.
30 eggs for $6 in Prague? Shoutouts Prague.
I have had Qdoba, Cade. Yes, I have.
I remember Prague in Where in the World is Carmen Sandiego, and I thought it looked cool. I don't remember why or if that's even true, but in my mind, I remember that.
Chipotle has a new honey chicken. Fresh and grilled chicken marinated with Chipotle peppers and a touch of pure honey for a limited time. So they do burritos, burrito bowls, lifestyle bowl, digital only. It's in a bed of lettuce. Oh, fuck
Lifestyle
that.
bowl. Oh,
Apparently
yeah, no
they do
healthy
tacos.
shit.
I didn't even know that. Salads, quesadillas. No, that's digital only.
Fuck your bowls.
I wonder, when they say digital only, if I order, can you get it? Let me take a
Give
look.
a shit about your lifestyle bowls. Give a shit about bowls. I'll do that stupid bowls. This dude said bowls. Like we're doing some bowls.
Yes, you can order the quesadilla. It is available for delivery. I guess you can't get it in person, but you have to digitally order it. How the fuck does that even make any sense? I don't know. But yeah, the quesadilla is there.
What does that mean? How hard is it to understand?
Tacos are there.
What does digital mean?
It looks like their featured stuff are the bowls and the burritos. Basically, that's it, bowl or burrito. Which I guess makes sense. That's fast food. Like, you can eat it quick, eat it out of the bowl, or just eat the burrito fast, right? Fast food, like, you can eat it quick, eat it out of the bowl, or just eat the burrito.
Oh, Rambo. My, Rambo, what are you packing in there? Damn.
Burrito fast, right? All right, hey, they have a new honey chicken. So if we end up doing Chipotle, we could try the honey chicken. That could be the thing that I'm trying, right? Spawn Killer just did a highlighted super chat, or excuse me, a highlighted chat over on Kick and said, did you know Quiznos is still in business? They are. They're just very, very, very reduced. Like, there used to be Quiznos all over the place, and I used to see them everywhere I looked. Now, I rarely see a Quiznos. In fact, I don't even see one where I am, but there is one because my wife and I ordered from one a while ago.
Uh-huh. You order from everywhere, so.
But it's just, like, not in any area where we, like, normally would go. And I think it's the same thing. Like, they used to just be, like, widespread, and now they're just not around that much anymore, right?
Well, if you don't go anywhere, you won't see them, so I don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
Oh, yeah, I'm being told that the honey chicken slaps at Chipotle.
This
His hair a lot that a highlighted message says, massive hair touch. Yes, massive. Look, it's sticking up right here.
Thank you, touches his hair a lot.
It's sticking up right here. It's sticking up in every direction today. I just can't get my hair under control. Like I said, basically, my hair is like static charge today. So it's like going in every direction. It's pretty crazy.
Thank you for the message. Touches his hair a lot.
All right, well, the initial voting. Wow, there's like no one voted. On Kick, we only got 16 votes.
Get the hint? How many people are actually there to enjoy the content, brother? That's probably the amount of people that actually like DSP right there. 16.
How many people do we have watching on Kick this morning? Hold on a second here.
Thank you. Do you get it?
We have over 80 viewers on Kick.
No one cares.
Wait a minute. Wait, what? It didn't work. It froze. Okay, let me refresh it.
Oh.
Wow, the poll actually froze in my chat and said only 16 people voted. In reality, over 30 people voted. All right, so at least on Kick,
Uh-huh.
the results are Wendy's new menu 53%, Chipotle 47%. So it was really close. Like that's incredible. Kick viewer, let's end that poll.
And the
I want
poll.
something different. So I don't know. How do I determine what to do? I guess maybe I just choose. How about this? All right, how about this one?
You don't let who won
When
the
we
poll?
hit 30 goals, we do either Wendy's or Chipotle. When we hit 40 goals,
Wendy's?
when we hit 30 goals, we do either Wendy's or Chipotle.
Shout
when
out
we
to
hit 40
Wendy's.
goals, we do whatever we didn't do for the 30 goals. That way everyone wins.
Brilliant.
Okay, I just got to determine what I want to do first and what I want to do next.
That's that business major.
Let's see. Rest in peace, Uncle Mike Show did a highlighted message. I wanted to contribute. Now I can with this new Kick Points feature. Here you go. Well,
Yes! Yes, you're my favorite. You are my favorite. Now I can contribute. Legend.
let's see. Rest in peace, Uncle Mike Show did a highlighted message. I wanted to contribute. Now I can with this new Kick Points feature. Here you go. Well,
That's the fucking best.
there you go. You're not really contributing,
Oh,
but you are
what?
watching. I appreciate the engagement. It does help. So thank you for watching.
That's still a contribution, boss man. That still counts as a contribution. It's a moral contribution. It still counts, boss man. He's still hitting his goals and felting the trolls, boss man. Damn it. Boss man, it's positive. Trust me.
Okay. Oh, let's see here. I got a $1 tip. Someone says, why don't you like vegetables? I do like vegetables.
Right.
I like a lot of vegetables, actually. I don't know why you're asking that.
I don't like to eat
What
them,
Give you the indication I don't like vegetables.
but they
Just the other day, I had a
exist.
salad for dinner.
Right, definitely. Definitely true and real.
Let's see here. Big Larry Gaming tipped me $1.23. He says, do you prefer lightweights or heavyweights in Mario Kart? I want to leave you with wise words from my great uncle. Those who go to bed with an itchy butthole will wake up with a smelly finger. Have a good day. There you go.
Correct. That
Very
is a
insightful.
true statement.
You should always clean
Very
your butthole
true.
before you go to sleep. That makes sense.
Very
All right,
true.
Thank you for that. Actually, I prefer
A penne?
middleweights or lightweights.
Ah.
The heavyweights I usually don't use in Mario Kart. I guess it's because they are slower. You know, basically, you got to think of it this way.
What'd you say is slower? Because he might be wrong here.
The heavyweights I usually don't use in Mario Kart. I guess it's because they are slower.
That's not true.
You know, basically, you got to think of it this way. In Mario Kart,
They're bigger, dude. That means they're slower, you dumb fucks.
we're going to be driving around a track, and there's a combination of maneuverability to get around the corners,
Uh-huh.
but also for me, I feel like it's more important to be able to accelerate fast than to have a better maximum speed. The big boys of Mario Kart have the best maximum speeds, but they have the slowest acceleration.
Okay,
The
so he
problem
did get
with Mario
there.
Kart is even if you play it perfectly, you still get hit by items. Someone's going to get a red shell, someone's going to get a blue shell, someone's going to get a lightning bolt. You're going to get hit. And once you get hit, now you have to accelerate again. And if you have a slow acceleration, you're basically screwed. So I've never played with...
So they're not really slow. It's more of an acceleration thing. Logan K with the very toxic says he loves vegetables, including some of his very own viewers.
the
That's
heavy
from
guys.
Logan
I mean,
K.
I tried them, but I've never really enjoyed them in Mario Kart. I always liked either the
Toxic Logan.
slower, the
Ooh,
lower
Hogan too.
end guys that are kind of weakish, but they drive faster or accelerate faster. Those are the guys that I like. Like, overall, my favorite is Yoshi. Yoshi has always been my favorite character in Mario Kart, but there's a few others that I've liked as well. So.
You can't be serious. Yoshi is his favorite? The OP.
Okay.
Yoshi's always been my favorite. Right. I say stick with small, because if you're playing with a lot of people, stick with small, because then you can get your acceleration back quickly. It's very important. So I always go small.
Yuck to lettuce in a bowl? No, like, I'm looking at the Chipotle stuff. That's gross to me. An actual fresh salad I would eat. I don't want to eat a fast food salad. That's, freshly prepared by a restaurant who knows what they're doing, or yourself at home, I love. Or anything that has like a veggie as an ingredient, a component of a good dish, I like. But I don't want to eat a salad from a fast food place. It just doesn't sound very good to me. Like, if I were going to get stuff from Chipotle, I would probably want cooked veggies. Like, I'm sure they probably have a situation where you get like fajita veggies or something. Like, that's what I would want. I don't trust them with salad. I really don't. Toasty Chestnuts, another highlighted message is, what's your favorite color?
Will he answer this question? I ask you again. Will he answer the question? What's your favorite color? I would say he will answer this now because he doesn't want it to keep happening. So I think he will answer it. Here we go. Go!
I don't know if I really have a favorite color.
Son of a
Probably
bitch!
Blue, red, black, maybe those. Probably.
Just name all the colors.
Purple, pink, green, yellow, orange, sure. Okay.
You did name all the colors, so.
All right. Would I ever consider eating Subway for DSP track?
Holy shit, Superfluous moniker. Not a direct answer, he will name 3. Has there ever been a more perfect answer than that right there by Superfluous moniker? Superfluous moniker. Holy shit. Oh, man. What a king. The pasta maker says, Pooh, that's not what you said your reason for picking the baby characters was.
Yeah. Yes. Even though, quite frankly, I probably would hate it because I never liked Subway for the longest time. But maybe Subway's changed and I would enjoy it. I don't know. But yeah, I would consider Subway. Sure. That'd be something different.
Chew doesn't know the truth.
Okay.
Okay. Man, this fucking sucks, man. This has been the worst week ever, just being honest.
Alrighty, so, folks, I think it is now time for us to get to the main event of the podcast today, all right, which is me reacting.
Oh my God, Alex from Phoenix. Many would consider Mario Kart the most stressful game to play.
The Mario Kart
Is
World
it? Get
Direct
help.
that went broadcast this morning already has a ridiculous amount of views, by the way. Ridiculous. Yavanna did a highlighted
what did he
amount
say?
of views that went which is me reacting. Yavanna did a highlighted message. Can you make a dunce badge for us to buy with points? You can't make badges. I want you to be able to. You can't. You can make your channel badge, which is the crown. You can make. There's a VIP and OG badge. I don't make those. Those already just exist. You can't make badges on Kick. If they make it so you can make badges on Kick, I would love that. I would make a bunch of badges that I would hand out for.
No, you wouldn't. You'd ask someone else to do it.
Various different things, and I would absolutely have them so that you can get them with the points. But right now you can't. That's the point I'm making. Like, they launched the points, but they launched it with nothing to really do with them yet. I hope that they add these features because I would love to do that. Or you know what I'd like to do? Exclusive emotes. Make it so that there's emotes
obviously
that only people who use channel points can unlock.
Yeah.
That way it makes it special. If you're
Who's gonna make
viewer,
those?
you get special emotes just for you.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Wouldn't that be nice?
All right, Clinkerton Legs has made something funny. Let's watch this.
There's Sunday and there's Monday, there's Tuesday and
Wednesdays.
there's Thursday and there's Friday, and then there's Saturday.
Might be a touch loud. Let me try it
There's
again.
Sunday and there's Monday, there's Tuesday and
Wednesdays.
there's Thursday and there's Friday, and then there's Saturday.
Brilliant. Good job, Clinkerton Legs. What a king. Nailed it. Taking a sip. We have fun no matter what.
Okay.
That's the
Alex
key.
from Phoenix did a $5 super chat. Many would consider Mario Kart the most stressful game to play. What do you consider the most stressful game ever? Oh, man. The most stressful
Can't
game
answer it.
ever in history?
Help, Ashton!
It's a tough question. I would say before you understand how FromSoft games work, when you're a FromSoft noob, they're probably some of the hardest games to play. But then once you learn the systems and everything,
the question was
not very over the top difficult, and you actually feel kind of at home once you understand those systems, right?
Stressful was the question.
You know, people would argue online competitive games because, you know, a game like Call of Duty, a game like Street Fighter, but maybe not. I mean, Tekken. I don't know. It's a tough question.
Yeah,
you have to think, what are the ultra hardest games out there? Ghosts and Goblins, Ghouls and Ghosts. Traditionally, every game in that series is insanely hard, just pounding your nuts constantly. You know.
Excuse me?
Traditionally, every game in that series is insanely hard, just pounding your nuts constantly. You know, like someone's using your testicles as a speed bag. That's what it feels like playing it.
All right,
I've got it. You ready? Donkey Kong 64. There's your answer. Okay.
Hilarious. Okay, we got a new card to debut in the house here. We got nothing else to do. Big ups to Jericho for this one. Where is it? Here we go. It is... Ooh, looks very hype. Look at this. Tarot style card. In the pool now. The Level 66 podcast. A king snake. Big ups. In the pool right now. We have 2 tarot cards now ready for the pulling. Let's go.
Hey.
Big ups.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Samurai
let's do this.
Sansa get it now? Can he make it happen?
Okay. So, folks, today, Nintendo released the Mario Kart World Direct. Already just on the US channel for Nintendo, it has over 1.3 million views and climbing. So I guess people like this video. 50,000 likes, 59,000 likes. That's great. I have not seen this yet.
I don't know if they like the video, but they're interested in seeing what's in Mario Kart. But okay.
At all. I'm going to watch this honestly for the first time with all of you, giving my full opinions and reactions to it. All right. And to be honest, since the announcement, on April 2nd, which was the Switch 2 announcement, I haven't followed any information about Mario Kart World. So even though maybe a lot of this will be like regurgitation of information you guys already knew, a lot of this will be news to me. All right. So without further ado, let's do this. Let's watch the Mario Kart World Nintendo Switch Direct. That is loud. Dang, that's loud. Okay, hold on. Why is that
control
so loud?
that?
Let's lower that.
Isn't it your job to know?
Sheesh. It'll blow your ears right out. Okay, let's try that again. Ready? That's better. I like this guitar in the soundtrack.
Yeah. I like a guitar. This is heavy. This sounds heavy as shit. It's like the darkness, dude. I believe in a thing called love.
Drivers, start
Dun, 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 dun,
your
dun.
engines.
Dun, 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 dun,
Welcome to the
dun, dun,
Mario
dun, dun,
Kart
dun.
World game. Available
Rock and roll,
exclusively on
dude.
the Nintendo Switch 2 system.
It sounds like Gravity by
What kind of
Metallica.
races await you?
Love
In
that
Mario
music.
Kart World, you'll aim for first place in each Grand Prix. But why stop there? Across cities, plains, a desert.
So what I'm looking for right now is new stuff. For example, that cow. Isn't that the cow from Moo Moo Ranch stage? So you
Look
can
at
actually
this
play as
guy.
the cow. That's interesting.
You saw that? They already knew that.
In the ocean, you can drive virtually everywhere in this fully interconnected world.
That's cool. I like that a lot.
Races are held on courses scattered throughout various regions that span
Oh my
this
God.
world, and you can freely drive between them.
Look at that.
There's a lot in store, and we're only
Whoa,
at the
T-Rex.
starting line.
Whoa,
Let's introduce some of the courses that are waiting for you.
Nice. Dare normally.
Found through. Let's take a
We're
look
looking
at
for
some
the
of the new
Denhead
courses
Takes,
to explore.
Godfather.
Right?
So here we go.
So big question is, will
Yeah,
they
go ahead.
all be new? Right? Or will
All
there be
what?
some returning courses, or will it be a combination of both? Let's find out.
What do you fucking think? God.
Whoa.
And
So
make
you go
a
between.
splash around the cities.
So that's like Italy. That's supposed to be like, you know, like a gondola ride. through
Oh,
Venice,
yes.
Right? That's exactly what that's supposed to be based on. So
Clearly.
I was wondering, would they have courses based on real life cities? And the answer is, yeah, this is based on Venice right here.
Canals.
Ah.
Oh, like that. Penguin. It's the penguin from Mario 64. That's a character. That's cool. I like
That's
that.
a character.
Wait, is that, who the hell's that?
Kind of drive-in theater.
Oh, they have skins for the characters? So that was Waluigi.
Costumes.
But it was like Vampire Waluigi. So I wonder if they're going to have seasonal or stage-specific outfits for the characters. Like there's Boo in an outfit too. Is that King Boo?
And
The King
in addition
Boo.
to
Delegate
lots of
Bowser.
new courses, there's Toad's Factory,
These are returning stages.
Peach Beach,
So are they saying these are returning stages? I don't know.
Oh, God.
Wario Shipyard, and
that's cool.
more. Nostalgic courses from past titles are also here.
Okay, so there's going to be nostalgia.
But
All
now,
right.
Oh, there is going to be nostalgia. Oh, yes. I wasn't sure.
Mario.
Wait.
Come on,
Hold
Bowsette.
on.
Let's go.
You
Come
can
on.
play as Mario in
Peach,
Bowsette.
Bowser. and Yoshi.
Oh, yes. Yoshi was my favorite.
I'm slamming it
You
so
couldn't
hard
give it
right
a
now.
name? You couldn't call it Moo or Moo Moo? No, it's Cow. Wow. Why not just... Why Goomba? Why not just Mushroom or Turtle?
Even more new racers
Come on,
are
Bowsette.
waiting
I'm still holding out hope for Bowsette.
and
Come
ready to
on.
roll.
Yeah, see different Yoshis. Baby
Ah.
versions. What the hell is that ostrich?
Choose your vehicle, then you're off to the races.
It's a ridiculous
Characters
amount of
and
vehicles, I'm sure.
Each have different stats, so make sure to find the combo that best suits you. There are two main styles of race revving up in this world. History, Star Cup, and
Guys, we're
more.
running out of skip
Grand
juice.
Prix races are held all around the game's world. You'll race through 4 different
Looking
courses
for
in each
dented
cup and
takes.
aim for the
Joke's on you, they all are. What does Elton John think about this? Hang on, let's see what his take on this. Okay, Elton John, you find yourself in a DSP chat. How does it feel? Oh, shit.
Like a corn in your man. I am dented.
Okay, thank you, Elton. I love Elton John.
But for how many years have you said, man, I just wish that Nintendo games would look as good as
Not in that way. I'm happily married.
everyone else? And now you look at it, and I think what's happened is when it comes to game graphics, we've hit kind of a glass ceiling, like a cap. You know what I'm saying? So even though we know that the Switch 2
What?
won't be as popular.
Hold on. We got to hear
race will
this.
take you-
Speaking of dented takes, hold on. Let's do it. Wait, first let's get some self-affirmation. Okay. What are we? What are we? What are we? What are we? We have to realize this first. What are we? What are we? We are?
In your man. I am dented.
Okay, I'm dented. Got that. Now let's get the take. Go
Say
ahead.
that, like, even when you pause, you look at the graphics,
Yeah.
pretty good, right? I mean, are they top of the line? No. But for how many years have you said, man, I just wish that Nintendo games would look as good as everyone else? And now you look at it, and I think
That
what's
would look
happened is
weird.
when it comes to game graphics, we've hit kind of a glass ceiling, like a cap. You know what I'm saying?
Glass ceiling?
So even though we know that the Switch 2 won't be as powerful as other consoles or a PC, we've hit the point where it's still looking great. You know, like these
God, I want to search Twitter and see who said that.
graphics look great to me.
Brother
Glass
Circuit
ceiling.
to Crown City. For the first time, you'll need to drive yourself to the next course in Grand Prix.
So that's interesting.
Don't sleep at the wheel.
Now, wait a minute. How would that work? If you're in
Yeah.
Grand Prix, you
How
have
would
to
that
drive
work?
yourself to the next course. But if you're playing online, what if people just take their fucking time and take forever? You want to wait 40 minutes because some dickhead had to take a shit and he doesn't drive to the next course? Is there like a timer you get timed out if you don't make it?
Thank you, Elton.
And isn't that going to dramatically increase the amount of time it takes to play a
What
circuit?
do you fucking think?
Yeah,
How dumb
I
can
wonder
you
what it could possibly
be?
be.
Oh, yeah, I'm just playing a Mario Kart circuit, waiting for my opponent. It's been 40 minutes so far. We're going to keep waiting, though.
Hey, Cotton Candy Land.
Next up is a new mode, Knockout Tour.
Okay.
From Golden Rally to Ice Rally and more. These extended races take you from one end of the world to the other.
Philip DeFranco is the best.
Get
So how does
ready
this
for
work?
a
His
sprint.
kick chat name.
But you've got to place if you want to stay in the race.
Okay.
Oh,
We're in the
okay.
top.
Buckle up.
Did you see that? Donkey Kong passed him at the absolute last second and screwed him. We're in the top.
You're out of the running.
You were in the top.
Buckle up.
Did you see?
That's not true. The finish happened before Donkey Kong even finished. Watch.
Out of the running.
Race over now. Race is over. Right? It's already finished.
You weren't in the top 8.
Buckle up.
Did you see that? Donkey Kong passed him at the absolute last second and screwed him.
That's not true.
He was right there. He was going to qualify, and he got
Okay.
him at the last minute.
The competition gets more intense as you knock out.
We are all getting
I'm
super
liking
today.
the customizable outfits. That's
Yeah.
something that they could have done ages ago, and they dragged their feet. I like that now you can make your character look how you want them to look. And you got to wonder, do you earn those? Like, for example, that's Wario. Is that an outfit you earned by doing well, and then you could wear it later? Maybe
you get
that's
it by
what
doing
it is.
bad. Okay.
Yeah, anything new? New
Items
items?
can drastically change the outcome of a race.
Later, nervous noodles.
When you don't let your
I guess the shell just goes off and gives you coins. That's it.
ice flower.
What a
With the ice
genius.
flower-
I mean, to be honest, it's exactly the same as Fire Flower. It's not going to be any different. Just looks different, right?
Hammer in an arc, and nailed it. Hammers
That's cool.
Also stay on the course for a short time and can be used to block off rivals.
I was going to say I like that because it arches, so you could throw it over something in front of you. But the fact that it stays there for a half second, too, is actually kind of cool. It's like a booby trap.
Mega mushroom.
Not exactly. Booby traps are something you don't know is there, but okay.
Feather. Use the feather to jump up and avoid attacks.
That's not new. That's from the original Mario Kart. And I realize it hasn't been around in a very long time. But
Yeah?
that's the original Mario Kart. That's how you did all the shortcuts. You used the feather to do big jumps.
What a take. This guy knows his stuff.
You may even discover some with comics magic.
Oh.
Your rivals will transform.
Your rivals will transform.
What the heck?
What other mysterious effects will happen?
What other
You'll have to
mistakes?
see for yourself.
You'll have to see
The
for
more your
yourself.
placement, the more likely you are to find items that'll turn the tables.
Bullet Bill also isn't new, right? That's been in previous ones. Lightning
So
is
You think?
You
New.
get items, go for it.
Are you not sure about that fact?
By the way, that's Pauline right there. That's Pauline from Donkey Kong and then Mario Odyssey. So she's a new character. They didn't say that before though. Oh, there you go. There's Pauline. Everyone else is new. I mean, the baby
not a
characters
Pauline
aren't
fan
new. Baby
myself.
characters
Not
are
a
from back
Pauline
in,
fan.
Added support, which helps. Where you,
That's
Oh my god. Okay.
who knows what dishes or outfits you'll find.
So it's not just
Take a
about
pit stop
racing. It's
and
about
check out these
exploration and having
drive-thrus
fun,
all around the world.
unlocking stuff. That's cool.
That was a nice detour. Now let's get back to the action. Let's introduce some junk. Dark over.
But I'm wrong. Hasn't been. Wait, is that not new? That wasn't one of the games once, wasn't it?
Philip?
But it hasn't been in it for a while, I think.
What?
Because sounds familiar. Charge jump. Maybe I'm wrong, but I think I remember there being a charged up jump in previous ones.
No, you're just
Grind
creating
along
stuff out of
power
thin air.
lines.
Cool though. Cool take though.
This is
Pretty
cool.
close.
I like
Dodge
it.
attacks from your rivals.
Yeah, look at that. Jump above an item.
And if you jump toward a wall, you can.
He's thinking
wall
about Super Mario Brothers 2.
ride for a short period of time.
Oh, man, that's totally different now.
Whoa! Radical!
Chain some tricks together, and you may even reach places like this. So close. There.
Shoot!
Whenever this happens, be kind and rewind. This will return your vehicle to its original position.
Philip?
Nice, made it.
Yeah, but
Nah.
that's got to be only single player, right? That's
Right?
got to be only single player. There's no way that they're going to allow that in competitive. You can't rewind in competitive. No way.
What a genius.
This can come in handy when mapping out how to best approach a course. Keep in mind, though,
Any comment on Birdo there, Philip?
your rivals will still move normally when you rewind, so don't lose your lead.
See, Philip? You get it? Do you get it? He did not get it. He did not get it.
Want to take a spin in even more races?
Any comment? That was kind of like the most impactful part for me of the whole thing.
In time trials, it's you against the clock.
That's the biggest addition in Mario Kart, honestly, right? I mean, the fact that you can rewind is a huge change for Mario Kart, but no comment at all.
Here, you can race without any other competitors.
Good take, Philip.
Racer,
Anything else? Are we done?
you can use the classic rule set of running 3 laps within the same course. Or you can choose to drive the distance from one course to another.
Huh.
Drivers can now group up
Hey, or is that just...
to put the pedal to the metal.
But again, is this for online play, or is that just for, like, Well, no. I mean, could it only be with AI? I wonder. Could you have teams of 6? You go online with teams of 6, and you try to beat other teams of 6. That could be interesting. Class.
Let's see. Theo has a theory here. Will he say it's nothing innovative, even though it has open world shit for a Mario Kart and rewind, which is not innovative, to be fair. A lot of games have done that, but we'll see. Open world for a racing game is fairly innovative, even if you might not care about it. But
You can enjoy free roam and go wherever your heart takes you. No roads? No problem. Ride the rivers. See the seas.
That looks cool. Going to the bridge and stuff. That's nice.
Drive the desert.
Now, here's the
Forza
thing.
did that already too. Yeah,
Since it is
that's
free
true.
roam
That's true.
and the world is open world roaming,
Uh-huh.
does that mean there's a reason to do it? Like, will there be Easter eggs? Will there be secret done?
Or jump off from way up here. You can go wherever you like, even to the edges of the world.
What's on the edge of the world,
There's a
though?
P-switch over there.
Ask Flatman B.
Look at this.
Hit the key switches you find across the world to start missions. By completing them, you can hone your driving ability outside of races.
So what do you get for that, though?
There are also hidden coins.
Oh my God! What do you get for that? What do I get out of it, Nintendo?
Hidden panels, and more. So take
Question
the scenic
panel?
route and
What's in it for me, Nintendo?
Also, during free roam, you can take photos whenever you like.
That's cool,
Strike a
too.
pose.
That's cool.
Look at the camera. Choose a frame to decorate, and nice. That one's a winner.
Don't know what you do with that, though. Can you send it somewhere?
Send it to your friends that you're supposed to have.
Or is it
Put
stuck
on
in the
Twitter.
game forever?
Stuck on the Twitter. Yeah, stuck in the game forever.
If one
Yeah,
person
stuck
has
in the game forever. It's trapped in the game.
Mario Kart World,
It's actually a
Now,
tragic
hold on a
story.
second. Did you just see that?
Hold on a
Did you
minute.
notice the frames just dropped dramatically when it showed 4-player mode? That's not good. Frames.
Mario Kart World, up to
Now, hold on a second.
I didn't. Let me see it again.
one person has Mario Kart World, up to
Now, hold on a second. Did you just see that?
Uh,
Did you notice the frames just dropped dramatically when it
Let
showed
me see.
4-player mode? That's not good. It went from smooth 60 frames down to like less than 30 frames for 4-player co-op. See that?
4 players can race in split screen on the
Yep,
same system.
that's pretty choppy, man.
pretty
I mean,
choppy.
At least I'll say that. At least they're being honest about it. They're not lying about the performance on Switch 2.
So the frame rate will
but-
drop to 30 when you have 3 or 4 players. So it is stuck at 30 to 3 or 4 players. It looks pretty choppy. I love the idea that 30 frames is choppy now.
That's kind of lame that all of a sudden frame rate dip because you have 4 players.
Yeah,
The game also
choppy.
supports
Can't see what's
local
going on.
wireless play. Up to 8 players, with up to 2 players on each system, can race together this way.
Okay. I'll never use that, but okay. That'd be kind of neat. You go to like a gaming convention, everyone's playing Mario Kart wirelessly on a...
No, Anonymous Fish. I was talking about the cameras version. That was fun. That's like 15 FPS, and that is choppy. I'm not talking about the split screen.
Twitch 2. That'd be neat.
And also, Philip doesn't have any friends, so he doesn't have to worry about that feature at all. But keep complaining, though.
And up to 24 players from around the world can join a race or battle in online play.
That's cool. That's very cool. Look at the music. It's got music from like all the Mario games in it. It's awesome.
But this
Good
looks like
point.
with your
It's like, oh, matchmaking. Then all of a sudden it says, hey, Phil's flaccid penis has joined your match. Like, oh, because you know Nintendo will totally have things. Hey, Phil's flaccid penis has joined your match. Like, oh, for the matchmaking. Then all of a sudden it says, hey, Phil's flaccid penis has joined your match. It's like, oh, because you know Nintendo will totally have things against doing that, right? Yeah.
you can quickly
Why would you choose Phil's flaccid penis? Why would you say? Why would that be the one you choose? You can choose whatever you want, you know. Phil's flaccid penis.
see where your friends are and travel to their
Can't wait.
location. Battle or race with custom rules. Or just go for a ride ride together.
Wiggly.
Make this road trip your own.
I like this. Cherry blossoms, trees. That's cool.
Cool, man.
You can also
that's
take
awesome, the
photos
original
together along the
sprites.
way, if
That's
more
cool.
your speed.
It's a picture.
Digital, I guess they're shedding Rare. Like Rare's not making Donkey Kong games anymore, so they're just completely getting rid of that version of Donkey Kong. He's like the old Nintendo version again.
Right.
With Game Chat, enjoy an expanded experience by talking online with friends.
Game
Use the
Chat. Look at
built-in
this.
microphone to voice chat
This
while
is what I was
driving
talking
home.
about, the flame
Lord.
drops.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Or take a back seat.
Oh, and look.
This frame drops are pretty noticeable. But again, no one ever watches their friends unless it's something notable anyway. So,
God, dude, again, I will give Nintendo credit.
What?
They are fairly representing the product. Look at how choppy the screens are at the bottom of the screen right now.
And watch each other's
Yeah,
game
'cause
chat.
It's
you're also
basically a slideshow.
You're racing yourself, though, so.
If you have a Nintendo Switch 2 camera, you can enjoy seeing your friends' reactions while playing together.
So all it is, it took a
Are we okay? So real quick, I want to be clear on this. This gentleman here, okay, this gentleman here is calling her unattractive. Okay, just want to be clear on this. Okay, this gentleman on the left is calling the person on the right unattractive. Okay, just want to be clear. Thank you. Let's go.
Look at her face. Like, ugh. Can you turn your camera off, please? I didn't need to see that. Jesus. Anyway, so it's just a screen grab. It's not a live video. So this is weird because we were all talking about how the chat feature is supposed to be the revolutionary thing they added to the Switch 2 because there really is no innovation in Switch 2. But if all it is like a slideshow of video or one screen capture, like, you know, sheesh.
Who's close by?
And it's not. She's actually moving real time, by the way.
Wait, who just passed me?
Wait, that is their face moving?
Yes,
That's supposed to be
you
their
get
face
it?
moving. But
Uh-huh.
it doesn't look like that.
You'll be able to tell in an instant. Aim a shot.
Oh, God. I got
I'm
to...
trying.
Yo, I got to get the camera just to troll everyone on the internet, make stupid faces while we're playing, like, blah, blah, and just distract everyone with so.
What?
Dude, pick up Jasper, put him on the camera. So, oh, look, a cutie. Drive right off the course. You totally got to do that. Come on.
Gel and
But here's the problem, though. Here's the total problem with that. People will be able to troll. They're going to put stuff on there
It
that's
only
going to
works with
disturb
friends.
people.
It
Some
only
dude's
works
going to
with
pull
friends.
his pants down and
It
show his
only
pack,
works with friends.
Right? Someone's going to put FU on there. Someone,
It only works with friends.
you know what I'm saying? Like, people are going to put stuff on there that's going to be not appropriate. And how's Nintendo going to police that?
It
Are they
only
even
works
gonna
with
try?
friends.
You know what I mean? Like, I just want to play Mario Kart. I don't
It only works with friends.
want to see someone's junk.
Okay.
So, I don't know, man. I don't know about this.
I'm trying.
And
Damn
when
it.
playing together in person on the same system. A single
How much will that suck? All I'm going to see up there is penises, and I'll have penises in my face all over the place. I mean, it's really going to suck. I'm going to hate that. I turn on my Mario Kart, and all I see is penises. That'll be horrible. I would hate that.
camera can detect up to 4 people's faces.
I don't know if I'll be able to handle that.
Enjoy the view and get ready to
Also, do you notice a single camera can detect 4 people's faces in a completely empty room with a plain white wall and perfect lighting? Because that's the truth. It's not going to have AI like I'm using right now.
How
it's
do you
going to
know?
be a camera that's probably crap quality, and it's going to be very hard.
How do you know?
People's face.
the view. For people in person on the
The highlighted message from Suffa Property was he's gay. Let's see if Philip reads that one.
Also, do you notice a site wall using right hard to really do it well? It's gonna, you know what I mean? It's gonna be hard to detect the face or whatever.
How
it's
do
gonna
you
be
know?
blurry. You know, it's gonna be having
Similar to your chair right now, or
issues. Not everyone's gonna be sitting in like a studio like these 4 are to have that camera look that good.
Oh, okay.
face off
So it's
with
gonna
your
look like your chair then, or
And there's the low frame rate again. Yeah, that's just, I'd say it's just about pushing 30 frames when you
It
do the
is
4
30.
player mode.
okay. Thanks, Philip, for the FPS policing.
just on Nintendo's hardware.
It will fill your entire internal storage. They're saying, did you read that?
All right, Elton. What kind of person do you have to be to understand that joke? Okay, go ahead.
And I am dented.
Thank you, Elton.
Guy says they're only making that through the fall, then they're getting rid of that bundle. Okay. Well, overall,
here we go.
Looks
overall
great
thoughts.
To me. Like, to be honest, it looks very exciting. I like the innovations there. There's new things with the driving.
Felt it,
There's
Theo.
new items. There's a lot of new characters. I like that you can earn outfits as you drive. I like that there's an open world roaming. The only thing is, I want it to be viable. For example, I want there to be a good reason to wander the open world. I don't want to, there's an open world you can wander, but there's nothing really to do there. That would be kind of pointless, no? But as long as the open world
has
a lot to discover or do, that looks really good to me. So let's see what happens. But for now, that looks like a fine launch title for the Switch 2. Don't have much negative to say about it. Looks great, and I would love to play it. Hopefully I can get a Switch 2 at launch. We'll see, but good stuff. Okay. Well, as you guys can see, my lights turned off. I think my wireless went out.
Great studio. Pigpen Lord of Dirt in the House says, didn't he just go through shitting on Switch 2 for not innovating, doing the same graphics that PS5 already has? Now it's a good thing? Well, yeah, they hit the glass ceiling, so they don't care. Now it's good. Don't think about it. You'll get it. Big Ups Faradox, who says, you just reminded me, someone should ask Phil what he thinks of the flat Earth theory. See if he can make Phil drive Flatman be away all on his own. Good point, Faradox. Okay, anyone with an SOK account that has some Pen A points they want to use, of course, I'm not telling you what to do. Do whatever you want to do with your Pen A points. But it might be a good question to highlight, actually, because I'm interested in Philip's takes on the flat Earth theory. It is a very popular theory. Some people have that realistically. I just want to see what Philip's take on that would be. Good idea, Faradox. VLX says, afraid WB Sign Man will find him on Mario Kart. Yeah, definitely. He's scared of that.
While I was doing that segment.
VLX.
So I'm going to try to reconnect. I don't know if it's going to work or not. It looks like for some reason, yeah, my wireless like crapped out. Let me see if I can restart my my RGBs.
Round
some
Earth
shout outs
theories
to do, and then we're going to chill
crazy
for the rest of the show.
Q&A. We're almost out of this hell.
Here, as I wait for my RGBs to come back, Gamer Squad, thanks for being a member for 3 months. I appreciate that, Gamer Squad. That's not a fresh one. That's just a celebration message.
Piece of shit means nothing.
Let's see here. Just ignoring troll stuff.
Oh, thank you.
Yep. So it's nonsense. There was two $2 tips that were both nonsense, so I ignored.
Oh.
Okay. Did everything turn back on? No.
No, lucky line, but
didn't.
Flatman B, on his public YouTube channel or whatever, someone searched the name and found out he was a part of a podcast where they did have flat Earth theories, stuff like that. So he is a flat earther. At least he was confirmed.
Turned back on. Great. Almost everything turned back on. Wait. My power went out yesterday, and when my power went out,
SoundCloud, yeah, it's on SoundCloud.
It screwed everything up. So now I got to try to remember. So this light, okay, hold on.
Oh,
what
we got some good highlighted messages coming in. All right, big ups. Oh, Subwoofer's banging asked the question, highlighted theory. Let's see if he gets to it. Don't spoil it, Subwoofers.
This is a pain. I don't know why it's doing this.
I can't get the perfect frame where he just says it. I am dented. Here we go.
I am dented.
There we go. I got to get that on a fucking sound clip.
And then I got one more to add. And this should all work.
That was a good timing of it here. You can't overdo this, actually. That's the theory. Some people think you can overdo sound bites, but here's the joke. You can't.
I am dented.
It never gets sold. That's the thing. All right, come on.
This may not be working.
Oh, yeah, RTU, that's different. He does the applause thing. I don't stand for the applause.
one of my lights isn't working. Luckily, it's not the one behind me, so it doesn't really affect the setup. But I just keep having problems. If my wireless goes out, if my power goes out, my lights get desynced, and then I can't get them to resync properly.
Good
this
setup.
should be working, but it's not.
Cool setup. No, I got it, Pop Polecat. I just don't want to
restart
overuse
and
it.
see what happens. Kay did a $2 super chat. Would you play the new Mario Kart with fans?
Fuck
I don't know if
you.
you even can. Like, I think the only way that you can do that kind of stuff is to have everyone on your friends list. And I don't want to have a friends list, you know, full of people for one session of Mario Kart. We'd have to figure out how it works.
What's wrong with that? What's wrong with that? Okay.
Yeah, look, you did it again. So certain of these lights are syncing and others are not. And I don't understand why certain ones are syncing and others aren't. It doesn't even make sense.
Yeah, Scooby Snack said it. So you can, but you won't is the correct answer. Yes.
It's only auto syncing like 3. Let's try this. But now this one isn't synced. At least I got that one to work. So if I get the one more synced, we're good. So dumb.
Mm-hmm. It is dumb. Agree. Agree. It is very dumb.
Okay, I think we're good. I think I got it all working now.
Working perfectly.
Sheesh. Okay, yep. Sorry about that. Again, if the wireless goes off, that happens. And if the power goes off, that happens. But I got it working again. Okay.
Okay.
All right. What was my favorite part of that direct? Anything new. So I like there's new characters. I wish they showed more. They only showed a few. I wish that, I like the fact that there's outfits now. That's something that I felt like they could have done a long time ago, was alternate outfits for the characters in Mario Kart, and they never did it, which was always bizarre. But now they're doing it. It's going to be cool to have like 20 Yoshis in the game. To have so many people picking their favorite Yoshi, right? I think that'll be fun. They didn't really reveal anything too much too new, right? Like, it's just kind of stuff we knew, but they just like confirmed or elaborated more on it.
Except for the rewind.
Subwoofer banging.
Yes.
So the highlighted message says, what's my take on the flat earth theory? I think it makes perfect sense why people thought the earth was flat at first, but once we kind of understood things more scientifically, I don't know how anyone could understand the whole flat earth thing or why you would think that the earth is flat.
Felt
as soon as we
it,
could,
Flat
fly,
Man!
you knew it wasn't, you know?
Later, Flat Man! And Flat Man said Exhibit A. Was that before?
Whole flat earth thing or why you would think that the earth is flat. As soon as we could, like...
Suffer, Flat Man!
fly, you knew it wasn't, you know?
Good point, Flat Man. What are you going to do with your podcast this week? Yes, Firefighter says, I don't use the YouTube or have PayPal, so I'm glad I can finally contribute with these new points. I love this.
Okay. All right, guys. So here's what we're going to do. We have about 10, 15 minutes where we will just hang out. So let's do a little bit of Q&A.
There's 6 minutes to 1 o'clock.
We're at around $30 of support. Good head start. But guys, how about this? Let's get to 50.
Go.
Before we start with
Go ahead.
blueprints. When we get into blueprints here, obviously I want to get back on track and hit the goal. We did not hit the goal last night, but I wasn't expecting to hit the goal for Pirate Yakuza. But we have hit my support goal every time so far that we've played blueprints. So let's get back in line with that. Please, let's hit the goal today. And let's have a lot of fun. I think it's going to be a chill stream today. Okay?
It's going to be chill, definitely.
Cool.
We're only 5 minutes behind.
Soul Potato, no, I am not playing Kazan. I don't care about Berserker of Kazan or whatever the hell it is. It's just another FromSoft style knockoff game. I know that it's kind of like Neo combined with other things. I don't care about it.
Okay.
I am going to be playing the Lies of PDLC.
Not enough innovation.
I will be playing, Elden Ring, Night Rain, but those are the ones I'm going to focus on this year. What's the most fun fighting game? Not necessarily the best.
Flatman B responds. He says, DSP, it's just people trying to troll me, DSP, because I believe I live in a snow globe, LOL. All right. That is actually more weird, but okay.
I don't know. For me, the most fun... What's the most fun fighting game? Not necessarily the best. I don't know. For me, the most fun fighting games would either be like the Marvel series where there's just so many characters that you can mess around with. Maybe some of the Injustice games were quite fun at first.
Is that true? Is that a real theory people have? What does that mean? What? Is that a real theory people have?
Plays the superheroes and make, you know, jokes and stuff? Maybe. Why is my profile pic different on Kick and YouTube? Because on Kick, I just threw on a new picture that was like, you know, ripped from a stream. On YouTube, it's more like my official branding, right? The logo or whatever. I could put the crown logo on Kick if I wanted to. I just think that my face...
I'll read it to you. Flat earthers who subscribe to the snow globe theory usually believe in a model where the earth is flat and shaped like a disc. A dome, or firmament, covers the earth much like a snow globe. This dome is impenetrable and acts as a barrier between the earth and space. The sun, moon, and stars are all inside the dome, and much smaller and closer than mainstream science says. Some claim NASA and world governments are hiding the truth, often tying it into religious or conspiratorial beliefs. The edges of the earth are surrounded by a massive ice wall that holds in the oceans. Moving on.
Face is a little different for there, right? Well, I played the Switch 2 Souls game. What are you talking about?
Man.
Oh, you mean the Bloodborne online game? Maybe. If people wanted to see me try it. It's only...
Shiny Thief, shout-outs for explaining it, too. The snow globe is some ancient biblical theory. The earth is flat and the sky is a dome. Thank you, Shiny Thief.
Only online, though, right? Only multiplayer? Look at my skeletons did a highlighted message on Kick saying, did you ever have weird experiences when high? The only experiences I had when high, because I wasn't high.
Now this sounds like a question. What was it? This could be a question here. Have you ever had any experiences while high, like you are an evil spirit? Something like that? That has to be a question. But which question is that? Because look at my skeletons is absolutely a troll, so... So yeah, shout out to Cerulean86 for that
Maybe
one.
some of the Injustice games were quite fun at first. To play as the superheroes and make, you know, jokes and stuff. Maybe.
I mean,
why is my profile pic different on Kick and YouTube? Because on Kick, I just threw on a new picture that was like, you know, ripped from a stream. On YouTube, it's more like my official branding, right? The logo or whatever. I could put the crown logo on Kick if I wanted to. I just...
It's not a Judy question. Is it old Jonathan Frakes question? Let's see. Is it Judy? Oh, so many questions. No, I don't think there's one there. Not there. What kind of bicycle is this? Bleach, Snake, Married, September. When's your birthday? Yo, you were an evil spirit. There it is, right there. You were an evil spirit. Now, he did say... Let me get this picture out of here. Picture is losing its comedy. All right, real quick. We got nothing else to do. Let's hear exactly how he answered it again. Let me hear it again.
What's the most fun fighting game? Not necessarily...
Shut up!
To make... Why is my profile pic different from a...
Shut up.
Could put the... Right?
Here.
Well, I played the Switch 2 Souls game.
Did I miss it?
If you...
God damn it, I didn't go far enough back.
Look at my skeletons did a highlighted message on Kick saying, did you ever have weird experiences when high? The only...
See, he didn't finish it, right? And highlighted messages don't count, by the way. So, yeah, that is true. I think we did agree the highlighted messages should not count for Judy, but they do count for Jonathan. Okay, so there we go.
Experiences I had when high, because I wasn't high that often, was that you want to talk with your friends about stuff, and as you talk more about life and stuff, all of a sudden, like, you have, like, everything's mind-blowing, and everything's super important, and everything's meaningful, right? That's about it. That's about all
Just being inebriated in general?
I've had. A gold chain goal. Someone, FF9000 wants me to get a gold chain. Says have a goal to buy an actual expensive gold chain and wear it on stream so you look like you're blinged out.
More complicated than cricket.
And ring.
That's what I'm saying. See? You are talking yourselves into the great purge of the summer when everything simplifies.
I'll buy a bunch of expensive rings I'll wear on stream. So I'll look like a boss on stream. There you go.
Boss, definitely. Boss.
Modded Dark Souls 2. I think we will play modded Dark Souls 2 eventually, yes. That's the
Ooh,
thing. Now that I have this gaming PC,
Ooh, hello, Snow Globe Man B. Shout out.
then I'd rather play like modded Dark Souls 2 than like this Berserker of Kazan game. So maybe we'll get around to doing that at some point.
I agree. Questions are getting out of hand for sure, but it's all right. It's
No,
fun.
I don't think I would replay Dante's Inferno. I don't see the point spawn killer at this point. It's a very outdated game. Of the 3 stages, that was one of the forgotten missing playthroughs that I did finally upload.
Who cares? Moving
Well,
on.
I'm getting the Oblivion remake. Well, if it's on Game Pass, yes, and I'll probably.
Who cares?
Am I going to review the second season of The Last of Us? No, so I'm not.
Who cares? Not paused.
I don't even know. Oh, P.O. Box? DJ and DJ, I used to have a P.O. Box back in the day. When I had one at my local post office, it was actually quite pricey. And ultimately, I didn't use it for much. You know, maybe a few times a year I would check it, and there'd be a few things a fan sent me, some fan art and stuff. But for the most part, I didn't really have a use for the P.O. Box at all. After a while, it got filled up with spam and junk mail and shit, and I just closed it down. Then when
Because
I moved
you never
out here, I
opened
had
it?
a P.O. Box at a local, shipping place. Had that for a year, also didn't use it. So I've had P.O. Boxes, but I don't really have, I don't think I have the viewer base that I need it. There's no real use for it. What is my favorite Elder Scrolls RPG? I'm going to say Skyrim, because that was the first one that I played at length. Really enjoyed it in 2011. It was really groundbreaking for me at the time. But I appreciate Oblivion. Now that I've done a full playthrough of it, I appreciate Morrowind for the time that I played it. They're all fine RPGs, but Skyrim's just the one that was the modern one for me.
Okay, so honest take. Amanda Show says Redditor answer Morrowind is best. Now, I did think Morrowind was best when I played it, but now going back and I tried to play it again, and you realize it's not the best. You know what I mean? It really isn't the best. At the time, it was, but you have to be able to move past it and say, well, you know what? It's not the best. Because when you are, when you're having your fucking knife, putting it into one of those fucking grubs or whatever enemies they are, and you're fucking stabbing the shit out of it 100 times, and because your hit rate is low, you don't get hits, it doesn't feel that fun. Back in the day, it was hype. But now it's showing its age, for sure. Even with mods, I couldn't get into it. Morrowind does have the deepest story, though. I agree with you there. The story is amazing. Gameplay, not my favorite. I would say my favorite is tough. But honestly, I hate to say it. This is an L take, I know, for most of you, but I do think... What did I have the most fun with? This is a very deep question, because it's between Oblivion and Skyrim for me, what I had the most fun with, okay? And I think looking back, I probably had the most fun with Skyrim, felt like I was, could do whatever I wanted the most, right? But Oblivion has its moments as well, but I still probably would say Skyrim is my favorite, even though the combat sucks, all right? And I know that gets me labeled as a casual. I'll take the heat. I'm just giving you my true takes here, as always. I had fun with all of them, though.
Guys, like I said, before the podcast ends, which is going to in just a few moments, let's get some support, all right? Right now, we have no memberships. We have no subs.
Shit!
I've noticed this, sadly, outside of a select few people.
Yeah.
We've had very low sub support on Kick. Like, for example, I'm looking at the top 10 people who gifted subs this week.
Yeah.
We have one person who gifted 25, one person who gifted 19.
Yeah.
And then we have 3, 2, 1, 1, 1, 1, and nothing.
Is that a problem?
So, please, let's get some Kick support. If you're watching on Kick today, who's going to be the first person right now to gift a sub on Kick? Let's get that going, please. And how about we get someone to beat our top tip of $5? Let's get someone to beat our top super chat of $5. Let's get some new people on the leaderboard. And how about a membership for today? Let's get that momentum rolling in the other categories so that we can hit our goals today.
Big ups. Cat is saying, I'm at $9 for the day, by the way.
People buy me random stuff on Amazon. No, I don't want to unbox a random thing from Amazon. I don't. The whole point of the last several years here is that I'm trying to improve my setup, improve my office, improve my house. I don't need random things coming to my house that are cluttered that I'll never use. I don't need to
he buys enough himself.
Open a box and it's a fucking purple spatula or a chicken. You know what I mean? I don't need junk. That's the point. As you get older, you want less junk. You want more useful stuff?
Then why are you buying more
like,
junk?
I don't want anyone sending anything to my house that I don't know about what it is. You know, sadly, there's idiots, trolls, morons who do messed up stuff. I don't want them sending junk to my house or things that I'm just going to throw out or clutter. I don't need any more of that. So no, I would not do that.
So why are you
No,
buying
I've never made homemade
more?
potato chips. They sound good, but I've never had that.
You never had what?
I've never
potato
made
chips?
homemade potato chips. They sound good, but I've never had that.
They sound good. Homemade potato chips sound good. Iwamoto's asking, did you ever get into MMOs? No, I didn't really. I did play World of Warcraft like a few months with my friends for a while, but I don't know. It didn't grab me. I think the idea of that big of a world sounds fun, but once you get into it, it's kind of empty, right? The thing you have to do is the quests and the raids and stuff, and I kind of just want to do my own thing. I never really got into MMOs. I will tell you, like I said, Ultima Online, I saw like a picture for it, and I thought it was like the hypest thing ever when I was a kid, first getting into computer games, and I thought it was like, oh my god, this is the fucking best, dude. This is the best game of all time. But I couldn't get it to run on my computer, so it never did. I often wonder how my life might have been different if I did get that game to run, because I might have got addicted, as I get addicted very easily to things. But I couldn't get it to run on my computer, and maybe that was a blessing. Who knows? That was not the first MMO. No, it was not.
Yeah, I get all the time people offer to send me stuff. It's true. I'm not kidding. Like just last week, someone contacted me and they're like, "Hey, so I've been ordering a lot of stuff off of Temu, and I'm curious, do you want anything off of Temu to donate for your business that you can use?" And I was like, "No." You know, like for me, like Temu? If I'm going to get something, it's going to be something of quality. It's going to be something for the business that's going to have a lot of use. Temu is like low quality stuff.
Ooh.
So I don't want like a cheap headset or anything off of there. I don't want a mouse off of there. You know, Ooh. I want something, if I'm going to get something, it would be something of better quality that lasts and is going to have, you know, add something good value, you know? So there you go. And people all the time, would you like this collectible that I'd like to send you? Would you like this thing? And I'm like, no, I'll be honest.
Never,
I'm not
never
mods. Like I'm not.
Muds were not for me. I remember that word and what they were, but I was not. No muds. EverQuest. EverQuest like was one of those things I remember thinking was cool, but I never played it. I never played it at all.
I got rid of all of my collections. I don't have any collectibles anymore.
Except for all the things we see around you, right? Except for those, right?
Cards that I'm buying, these WWE cards that I unbox on Smart Guys, I literally they're there just for the show. I'm not collecting those because I want to have a collection of cards that I want to care for and put into a big frame or a package or a book and say, oh, look at this. I'm collecting the whole set. I'm not a collector. You know, I don't really have a use for that stuff. I don't care about having an autographed memorabilia. I don't care about having a set of something, right? I just, I don't.
Right. Except for the stuff.
At one point in my life, I did. I thought that stuff was awesome, but now I just, you know, I'm older now. I want less stuff in my house.
This is coming from a guy that spent $1,000 on quilts. Play EverQuest, smoke crack like Boss Man. EverQuest is cool that it's still fucking going. I mean, I think that's something kind of cool about that, right? The game is still fucking going. Like, it's wild. They're making new expansions for that. Like, it's wild. I saw some people asking, what are MUDs? MUDs are multi-user dungeon games where it's all text and you got to write what you're doing and stuff, and I never could get into that. I couldn't get into, like, point-and-click games that had the text-based parsers. That was too much for me. I was like, that was past my limit of fun, right? If I was a little bit older, maybe that would have been fine, but I couldn't do it. When they got into the point and click, then I was in. I sound like the Simpsons guy. Most games were point and click, which was the standard at the time.
All right, guys. Well, I guess we're going to end the show. Thanks for chilling. Hope you enjoyed the Mario Kart React. And thank you for your support. Thanks for getting me to be to the level of being a partner on Kick, which is amazing. I really appreciate that. And Paige says, I think I'm at $9 for the day, not $6.
Yeah. He's trying to tell you how much he's super chatted, bitch.
Actually,
give me my credit, bitch.
You're at 5. Because that's top super chat, right? It should be 5. Isn't that 5?
Knock you down a fucking
I typed
peg.
6 instead of 5. Your top super chat is 5.
It was the style at the time.
This is the single contribution. It's not cumulative. because this is showing who's the top contributor, who's going to like trump you to get your spot. You see? That's how it works.
Check yourself before you wreck yourself.
It's not added together.
Bitch.
Okay, but actually I had it wrong. I had put 6 and it's actually 5, so I fixed it.
Yeah, it's less than what you said. Thanks.
Okay.
I did 2 and 5. Oh, I'm sorry, bro. I'm dumb.
Anyway.
Magic Shortbus says, can I send you hot young dude Bible illustrations? If it's funny enough, we could do it on the stream one day.
So, guys, thank you. Good show. Remember, I am off tomorrow. I am off Saturday. When I return on Sunday, it'll be pretty interesting because we're going to talk about anything that's going on in the news. At that point, at least day 1 of WrestleMania would have went down.
WrestleMania's went down.
Usually my return
I don't do collectibles anymore.
Is one of the most exciting
don't do
ones of the week. So I hope that you guys will join me for that. Thank you.
Don't like them. That's just for the show.
Week, I had a ton of fun.
I don't want any blow. These collectibles are for the show.
On Sunday to do it all again. Next week, 6 straight days of streams. All right, my friends. Thank you so much. Enjoy your weekend. I'll see you all Sunday. Peace out.
Don't do drugs. Never been that high.
Okay.
It's been a thing where I just talk to people and I feel extra meaningful. That's it. No. I don't need that. I don't want to touch your thigh. I said I never gotten high. Oh.
Whoa. Let us get set up for...
going live. No one cares. All right. He's still not even back. Worst show ever. Easily. Big ups to Luke who sent this from their morning walk today. We have a live in... Is Jasper missing? Has he changed his stripes to run away? He's taken on the shaven look. Jasper, he's going undercover. Big ups, Luke, for sending that. He's went undercover, and then he ran away. God damn it. To be fair, not to shit on a person that's lost their cat, but this tape job leaves something to be desired, sir. Or madam. I mean, you could just do one streak. You don't have to do 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. I mean, this is just a lot of wasted material here, all right? You know what I mean? But anyways, that will do it. You know, we've had enough fun today, that's for sure. Pocket Basidi says, that's what I'm saying, John Doe, I'm not trying to be negative about the cat missing. That does fucking suck. That happened to me too when I was a kid. And it very much fucking sucked. Very much fucking sucked. And you know what? And luckily, I'll tell you, it was an amazing story. It probably was some. I will take back my criticism of that because it probably was a young kid. Now I feel like a douchebag. Taking that back very quickly. I feel sorry for that person. I shouldn't have said anything. But I remember when I did that, and we found my cat who was down the street. Someone called, and it actually worked. And my dad picked up our cat, but they were flipping out, like kind of scared, right? Like scared of what's going on. And as soon as we hit like where our house is, he stopped struggling because he kind of recognized it. This is a long time ago. But it was definitely a very traumatic experience, and I do feel absolutely horrible for making fun of their sign now. So I apologize for that. Pocket Basidi says, didn't he say last week he didn't want to celebrate his anniversary on a busy evening, so he changed to a big holiday Friday? Well, that doesn't mean they're going out. You know what I mean? That doesn't mean they're going out. You know what I mean? They could be doing a big DoorDash night, Pocket Basidi. You know what I mean? It was not a saber-tooth or leopard. It was a cat named Tigger. And he was cool. Tigger was cool. What a man. But anyways, that will do it for the show, my friends. The day is not over, though. Be on the track to beam later. I will redirect you to whoever's streaming now. But big ups to everybody for chilling. That being said, it'll be on tomorrow and Saturday. You're all legends. Thanks for chilling. Bye.
Leaderboard on the bottom of the screen, and I have my camera slightly elevated like this, so that way it doesn't